close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to
Where the heck is my game? Oh wait, I pressed the wrong button. Hello everyone, welcome to the Sunday stream. Before I forget, the Magium Theatre Guide is out. If you're already a subscriber, you would already know that this is the thing. But other than that, now that the theatre stuff is out, and I have that as another part of the checklist that I can... where is this button again? I need to mark this off. Because I have a notes... I use the notes app on the phone to keep track of all the different goals that I want to do every day. And because while the video was uploading, I wanted to... Okay, funny story, right? Unrelated. I worked out so hard for the past 2 days, I could not sleep well yesterday. Like the entire night, my chest was sore, but there's a certain part of my left chest or my left arm area that felt like it was like sore to the point where it was annoying, but it wasn't like a regular kind of soreness. I don't know if I held it in the wrong way or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure what happened. So I had to go grab a bunch of Salon Pass or the muscle relief kind of pads and just stick a few around my shoulder area and my chest. So I didn't sleep well last night, but I came back just now. I just got lunch from home, but I went out to go get myself some coffee because I don't settle with regular coffee. I go for Zeus, which is a local Malaysian coffee chain, and I've been a very loyal customer for probably the past year or so ever since I started working. So now I'm pumped up. I got that Spanish latte in my system. So we're ready to go. I don't know what to expect out of the new Abyss, but according to my friend, he said it's not difficult and there's primordial GOV shop, so I don't know what to expect. I don't go to gym. I don't go to the gym. It's what's the word for it? I basically have my own dumbbells that I use. Like I think currently I'm working on, I have like a pair of two separate set of dumbbells. One is like the adjustable one, but it's the screw-on type rather than the regular like PewDiePie like slot base adjustable one. So it's a bit annoying to try to adjust the weight. So I try to keep it and stick to one particular weight. So I'm currently working on 6 kilos. I think by this month or by the end of this month, I plan to up that to 7.5 next month. And then afterwards, maybe buy another a separate set of 6 kilo dumbbells in case I ever have to downscale to try to finish the reps in my workout, but you know, like just lower the weight while not making it too difficult for me. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, so I have a separate set of 2 kilo dumbbells, a set of 4 kilo dumbbells, and then my adjustable goes all the way to 39 for both sets. So technically the highest it can go is, how do we do math again? 19.5 per kilo. My goal is to try to be able to lift 10 kilos on one hand, but I think that's probably a target for next year. Also, welcome Nighthorn. Yes, Abyss time. I tried 6 years ago, but diet chart isn't for me. I understand that gym isn't made for vegan people. Yeah, gym is not made for vegan people. I think like if you want to do strength training or gym stuff, protein is very important. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, there's not really a whole lot of dishes that will provide a good amount of protein. So rather than going to gym, the other alternative is simply just to go exercising. Like you want to go because if you go exercise, it mostly focuses on training your stamina and your physique to some extent, right? So at least that way you don't have to focus so much on protein, but rather you focus more on carb loading. So if you do any sort of like athlete-based exercising, swimming, running, or just running on a treadmill, or I don't know, marathons or something, or just regular runs, at least that way you don't have to focus so much on the nutrient content or the diet. You just need to make sure you eat enough to keep yourself energized. Anyways, that's enough yapping. Let's jump straight to floor 11. My friend said that this is going to be easy. For me, I wouldn't doubt him because his investment is about a similar level to mine. But let's see what we have to offer. There aren't many options for vegans. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? I feel like you have to deal with GMOs or any GMOs, like genetically modified stuff, in order to get some semblance of protein. The only other option is probably like soy milk and almond milk, but milk can't be your only source of protein. My next note, we haven't even started. I haven't even cleared my... Sabar. Be patient, Night Hunt. I haven't even cleared mine. I literally just got on after having lunch and after getting the Magium Theatre Guide. Okay, let's see what they want. So, all EM buff, so reaction-based buff, and basically any reaction-based characters, which is the majority of the game. Same, I know, right? Because it just came out today and I was busy. Like, I woke up this morning and I was like, I just grabbed a hot dog bun for breakfast, drank water, and just started fucking grinding the editing. I was like, can you believe I edited all that in like 4 hours? The visual took most of the time and I had to do a few amendments here and there to make sure I include all the information. The funniest part to me is still like the part where I recorded to explain the Magu Kenki stuff. But then I wanted to explain the Magu Kenki attack pattern, right? But then I was like, oh, let me just do this one very niche tech that nobody ever talks about. You know, it's the one where like, if you watch the video, I just use my facial and I swap to walking mode and I just walk to his like right leg. And then as he teleports back to the center, he pushes me all the way back to the center. And I'm just like, yes, let me just use a very niche tech that nobody talks about because nobody cares about Magu Kenki. Pyro MC could clear an overload team. I'll have to see what floor 12 is going to offer. But first, let's see. So they want Pyro second half. They want non-Pyro second half, Dendro first half. Okay, so Dendro, yeah, Pyro second half, Dendro first half. I'll look at the floor 12 later. I think, do I want to have fun or do I just want to get things done really fast? Because I feel like for the floor 11 guide, there's not really much to talk about, right? Let's see. So Pyro there. Non-Hydro first half, but I think Hyper Bloom can technically clear the first half. How many do I expect? That's still Monolith defense. This is a regular clear. I'm gonna be honest, I'm too lazy. Let's just run math. I'm too lazy. Let's just run math. I'm so like meta pilled right now with all the Stygian stuff. I don't really like this, but to be fair, I'm kind of excited for 6.2. Okay, Hyper Bloom. We'll just do the default Hyper Bloom team that I always run. Pyro normal attack damage bonus? Yeah, that's an all Kino buff. But I think this time around, I don't feel like it's that difficult. Okay, how many do we have to kill? It's just 2. Oh my god, that's so easy. Dude, 97 ping, holy. Only 2? Damn, bro. This is why nobody makes floor 11 guides, because sometimes they're all so easy. I think the only time where we actually need to talk about floor 11 is, what's that time called? You guys remember the Venti floor 11? Where they're like, oh, do Monolith defense, but there's like 60 enemies or something. Or was that floor 12? I think floor 11 and floor 12 during the Venti rerun was insane. Are we getting a Venti rerun next patch? Yeah, can someone confirm me on this? I feel like I heard rumors about I feel like I've heard rumors about what do you call it again? A Venti rerun next patch. Because, you know, we're getting the Hexen Circle changes, so that means Venti could actually come back. I'm just gonna... But doesn't that mean we're gonna get a Venti Pilled Abyss and Venti Pilled Abyss and I mean, Theater is not so bad. Theater never really favors a specific character, but just the elements. Venti Pilled Abyss. Holy, man. All the non-Venti owners are going to start crying, but it's okay. If you have Maoika or Alucino, it's not that big of a problem. Especially Maoika, because she can just simply do donuts with a massive AoE. It's insane. Alright, so if I do that... Who am I expecting? Okay. I swear my swapping is just delayed. What's my keyboard doing, man? I gotta mash buttons to actually get responsiveness. I haven't used my elemental burst. I think I'm just gonna use Fischl. There you go. Just want to say thank you for the previous Stygian. Stygian. S-A Stygian. That's Stygian, right? Oh, Spiral Abyss. Let me clear it just now, especially I've never fought the giant dendro crab that needed bloom. That's fair. No worries, man. No worries. I've already shared the next Abyss line up in your chat. Did you? Oh, you mean in the other Discord chat? Wait, did you? Wait, do you mean like our own Discord or the other one? Dokoga? Unless you mean like the next like upcoming Abyss, but not this Abyss. Oh, I think you did. Yeah, I think you did, but I you know, honestly, when I see those posts when I'm at work, I don't have time to see it. I just see, oh, someone said something in Discord, and I just close the notification. Also, yeah, no worries. During Varesa Venti Shilone, and holy, you know, once I'm done with my work stuff like next year, I do plan to maybe make more videos talking about probably pull value for characters. Like any OGs who remember the should you pull stuff, that's like one of the OG stuff, but I'm not gonna go to, how do I say this? I'll explain it, but I also like, I think I want to take a more, what's the word for it? Okay, actually, no. Can I kill him in time? Nah, this kind of sucks. Oh well, go Maoika. Okay, there you go. What was I gonna say? It was because I'm thinking of bringing the Should You Pull series back, but rather than calling it Should You Pull, maybe I should maybe change the title a bit, but the idea will still be the same, where I talk about... I released the video maybe way before the banners. Maybe I should really talk about all four, but I feel like I can split the video into two, where I make one video talking about the characters on the first half and then the characters on the second phase banners. And I can talk about their value in terms of meta and maybe just share my thoughts. But the thing is, the way I did the videos last time is that I also try to talk about for the character's value in terms of casual exploration. Like how you could say, like I could say like, oh, let's say, you know, what's the right word for it? Let's say Wanderer, or let's say Wanderer, right? Wanderer may not be as strong in terms of Abyss-wise, and Xiao definitely beats him by quite a bit. But I can also say that Wanderer for exploration is actually quite decent. His damage is not going to be the best in overworld, but at least his flight ability does help a lot in exploration. He was one of my OG characters that I used for my exploration team before I really did anything much, really. That... Meow. Okay, I see your chat, Rem. I see your chat. Hold on. I'll look at it in a bit. Who's the next one? What the fuck? Hold on. These are a bunch of random enemies. Well, at least I can say the floor 11 guide is gonna have to be a bit delayed. Actually, I have to... I just realized the floor 11 guide will be... Amphorius. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let me see this. Okay. So the next Abyss... Oh my god! Okay, next Abyss is not going to be fun. Look at that. Okay, let me just read it out because I'm too lazy to show it on screen. 12th one has 8.9 million HP. Level 95. 5 waves of 25 of the robot dogs on Fontaine. 5 more waves of split between 15 Cryosissin Mages, which are annoying because it's a bit of a pyro check. And then one random Fontaine special construction specialist mech. Why would they do that? It has 1 million HP, but that's not even a problem. It doesn't even do anything. And then the second wave, oh my god, the second half has 2 Plunge Weasels. Omega cringe. Because, okay, the Plunge Weasels, right, I didn't mention it in some of my guides, but basically at the start of the fight, they enter underground. They enter underground and create a ward, right? The ward is basically about its entire health bar. And you don't even get rewarded from from actually clearing the ward because it only stuns them for like 2 seconds and you get like, what, 15% damage or something on the health bar, which is so small, it's not even worth it. It's basically saying if you don't have enough damage or you don't have a plunging base DPS team, you're going to be spending a long time. So the total there is about 3.74 million. 3.75 million, that means the second half alone is probably 4 to 5 million. In the worst case scenario, the second half could be 7.2 million. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's kind of cancer. Okay, that's actually kind of cancer. Holy. Alright, what we have a bloom check on the first half. Alright, so definitely some hyper bloom stuff. And then fuck hell, I hate this guy. Okay, second half is a resident sleeper. First half is not exactly a resident sleeper. Is that just a Lunar Bloom shield? Oh my god, that's a Lunar Bloom shield, isn't it? It is a Lunar Bloom shield. Oh, that's not fun. Morning stream? I mean, I guess it's morning there, but it's like 3 PM over here. Ah, how do I deal with Frost Knight Hera? I could bring in Nefa instead, but that's... I could bring in Nefa Hyper Bloom. Technically, it works. Yeah, we could technically clear Inefa Hyper Bloom. I don't know what to feel about it though. Double Not Cry. Flints can technically clear, but not against the crab. Unless I do, like, instead of Sucrose, I run a Dendro unit to do Hyper Bloom. Yeah, that's the only thing I think of. Flint's Hyper Bloom. Either we do Flint's Hyper Bloom or I do Inefa Hyper Bloom. Let's go try Inefa Hyper Bloom. We'll try to get Inefa to do her Inefa stuff, and then let's see if we can do the rotation correctly. So da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, at least everyone gets an EM buff though. So second half, it doesn't really matter then. Second half buffs Pyro normal attack, but it's like whatever. Okay, who's the first guy? Oh, you. So you're just a filler enemy. Okay. Do we have a Lunar Cloud? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. So the best way to do this... I mean, there is a whole Kazuha tech, but that's kind of cringe. Where'd he go? Wait, I need to do cookie stuff. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. There you go. Hit all the bloom up. It's actually better to not activate Hyper Bloom, by the way. Because the regular Bloom Seeds has AoE. So that means if you actually don't activate Hyper Bloom, you can technically, like... Alright, now you can technically just... What's the word for it? You can technically just break the seeds faster rather than using Hyper Bloom. Can I Hydro here yet? There you go. Yeah, this is definitely a Bloom check, but I'm honestly worried about the Hera though. Because you have to run a team that can clear the Hera, though I feel like because he's second half, maybe you don't have to worry about it, right? No, you still need to run a Bloom team, I feel. Because in order for you to go to the Hera, if the Hera was in 12-1, you can technically run a Bloom team. No, you still have to find a way to clear all 3. Okay, so we have to get really creative for that side. I'll think about the team compositions later. Okay. I'm too lazy to do the combo, because I know it's not going to be that difficult. You know, sometimes I like, as someone who is basically a Veresa shield, not say a Veresa shield, but like a Veresa enjoyer. Oh, Coppelius! I didn't even see you here. Oh, this is Coppelius, it's not that bad. I can just wait here. Ba-bing, bada-boom. Technically, Chevrolet's skill can do that, but... Oh my god, I hate this stupid cryo thing. No, it's already dead though. I'm not even sure if I want to use my burst ball. I guess I'll use it. Yeah, that's I do wonder about not using Hyper Bloom against a crab. They do aim a lot at the seeds. Yeah. No, you can use Hyper Bloom. No, the thing is, you have to understand that Dash, aiming at the seeds is better than the crab. Because you might be thinking, oh, if the Hyper Bloom, you want your Hyper Bloom to hit the crab, right? But think about it this way. A standard cookie at level 90, right? Let's say my cookie before I brought her to level 100 does an average of, was it 32k? I don't remember the exact number. Yeah, let's say 34k Hyper Bloom to the crab. But the crab's mechanics wants you to deal as much bloom damage as possible to the seeds. Because they'll take that damage that you deal to the seed, activate the seed, and the damage that the seed will do to the crab is, I think, 5 times. Oh, it's a maximum of 500%, but I believe it's a maximum of like 1.4 million or something. But I believe it's about, it deals 2 times or 5 times the damage of the bloom that activated the thing. So instead of using Hyper Bloom against the crab, you use Hyper Bloom and get it to hit the seeds, and the seeds will do like 150k or something. No, maybe 80k lah, like 80k to 150k. I don't remember the exact ratio. So technically, it's better to activate the seeds and try to activate the seeds rather than trying to focus on dealing damage to the crab itself. Do you think my Nefair will clear this? Easy, bro. Like, this is not Stygian Onslaught. You have to understand, anyone who can clear Stygian Onslaught would not have any problem against Abyss. Let's put it like this, right? So Imaginarium Theatre is not going to be on the same tier. So imagine this. So if you can clear 36, if you can clear Abyss but not 36 stars, you're like at the start. If you can comfortably clear 36 stars, you can attempt Stygian Onslaught. If you can clear Stygian Onslaught at Menacing, then of course you obviously can clear Abyss, right? That's the minimum. If you can clear Fearless Stygian Onslaught consistently every season, or at least for the most part, Abyss is just a joke. Like, you have so much, you are able to meet the DPS check of a higher difficulty content, then I don't think there's an issue about not meeting that content. Alright, so I think I have to do something. Probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, where's my thing? Actually, I should probably do this. Let's get Luna charge up. Who will do the most damage? Oh no. That's the wrong one. Okay, I should not use Nahida's skill. Good to know, good to know. Good to know, I should not use Nahida's skill. Let's try to get that out of the way. There you go. Honestly, I don't even know the rotation. This is like some weird Hyper Bloom. Oh, it sure gets stunned for quite a while. Okay, we are 30 seconds up, we're about halfway. He only does the shielding after like 1 minute or so. You know, at least Inefa does have a decent amount of VM though, so that's quite nice, at least from the other set. He still has Dendro, right? I'm afraid he might actually be immune to Dendro. Okay, thank goodness. I mean, it clears. It clears, as exactly as I expected. Let me see if I can get my energy without having to rely on that. I think we can still rely on Xingqiu's, like, Rain Swords to get the Luna charge. 1 minute 27 seconds. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. I don't know the second half though. What the heck is the second half? Oh, you. Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy is... Well, I mean, we have the right characters. Remember, guys, most enemies don't like it when you're at their back. You gotta give them back shots, you know? I think we just need to think of a combination to deal with the crap. So technically, you need to do the bloom stuff, right? I can't press my skill. What the heck is this, man? I think we can finish this with mass skill. Yeah. Whee! Ah, yes. peak meta slave behavior right here. But the thing is, like, I don't like Maoika when she first came out, but I actually grew to love her because of the combos. Because you know how I am. I'm actually like, I love it when, you know, like, skill issue becomes a thing because it motivates me to learn and improve, to become better at doing something that is not like very straightforward or not super easy. So at least for me here, like, I still don't like what Maoika does, but then I think about what she adds to the game and the design that she has, as well as the crazy combos. I don't like her in terms of what she brings to the game, but I like the fact that she has all these crazy combos, and she's actually the only DPS who has a unit that can be both a DPS and a support for the Fighting Spirit buff from the passive, to the point where her value is, I feel like regardless of what meta changes in what new characters we get or what meta changes occur, I feel like Math is still going to be the most, I would argue, the highest whole value unit. Because supports are strong, right? But what happens if your DPS is also your support? You know? So like that's basically Math in a nutshell, man. The thing about it, like Kurumi, the thing, right, Kurumi, is that Maoika being a support to Veresa, but her burst does that much damage. Like, okay, so you guys remember you know how Stygian Onslaught, they show you the stats of who did the most total damage to the boss? In the clear that I did off stream, using my Veresa premium overloaded team with Math, Maoika did more damage than Veresa with the combo with 5.8 million HP. Sigurd, for context in Fearless, has 3.3 million, and at worst case, like, times 2 is 6.6. So the game is telling me that my Maoika with the N2 CD combo did more damage than my top 6% Veresa. Although to be fair, my Maoika is also top 6%, top 7% overloaded, so both of them are on a very equal level. It's just that much stupid, man. Maoika with the combo, like, the combo just... The rich get richer. That's basically the whole premise of Math. The rich get richer. And not exactly the poor get poorer, but yeah. Oh, there's only one of this guy. Oh, that's easy. Okay, I guess this one's not that big of a problem. Okay. I guess the bigger focus is on the second half. Oh, I guess I should... Actually, do I not have 2 Nordcry units? Oh, this is 1, right? So they technically should... Or do they not do the damage stuff? I think we can clear this in 1 minute, I hope. I'm kind of worried. It's been 30 seconds and he just died. Yeah, let's try to get all the damage abilities up. Oh boy. This guy is tanky. Holy. I hecking love the Wild Hunt Hunter. I mean, I call him the Berserker because he kind of feels like a Berserker even though he's technically a Hunter. One minute. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not worried because Math is on the second half, but this guy is so cringe. My goodness. 1 minute, 30 seconds. My burst is still not ready. I love this game. She can clear any boss in Stygian C0, R0. Yeah, that's the thing. Granted that C0, R0 will require, give or take, top 5% Maoika with the N2 or N3 CD combo, so it's a little bit situational. Maybe I should have brought Aino here. Then we can technically do more for Luna Bloom. 1 minute, 53 seconds, that's so cringe. People use Bloom and not Hyper Bloom for the seeds. I was curious it was kind of curious case to see. Yeah, because Hyper Bloom will target the seeds that based on... No, Hyper Bloom will target the enemy or thing that you're hitting. But the thing is, Hyper Bloom is mostly single target with negligible AoE. So it's actually better for you to apply Bloom to all the seeds, the Hermit Crab seeds, because they're AoE. So let's say you have 3 seeds on the left and 3 seeds on the right. So let's say you do Bloom on one of the center seeds on the left and then do a bunch of Bloom seeds on the right. And because the number of Dendrocores that can stay on field is limited to 5, and any newer ones generated will cause the oldest one to expire by exploding. So technically, if you want to clear that part fast, you just want to focus on generating as much Bloom cores as possible so that you can basically do like a Nilo timer force explosion thing. Does AoE, breaks 3 seeds at once, then you can break the Hermit Crab shield in a shortest period of time. So that's why, like, what I like to do with like Nahida Yelan is I use Nahida's hold E to all the seeds, and then I hold E with Yolan and make sure I apply Hydro to all of the seeds with her elemental skill. And then this will generate a bunch of bloom cores, which basically causes it to almost detonate the thing instantly. Also, who is on the second half? Am I expecting some sort of boss or something? I forgot to do the combo. Oh, this guy. Hi. I honestly forgot about this guy. Okay, so 12-3 is going to be... Actually, 12-3, that means most of the time can be focused on the first half then. But this guy's cryo, so I don't think you want to get hit. Doesn't he do the weird funny shield thing? Okay, so if you take 10 minutes, I guess it's okay then. Okay, I might have to retry this. Ooh, so close. T0 6240 does 110k donuts, but it went to 200k all the time, I see. Yeah, that's kind of cringe. Okay. How much Hyper Bloom does he nerf further? Okay, maybe not so much. So we can clear this guy in like 20 seconds. And then we have to focus on this guy afterwards. So let's try to get the Hyper Bloom seeds out. And then we'll do that. I don't want to swap to Flynn's or something. I know I don't have no fair, but I can technically do Flynn's Hyper Bloom. I think Flynn's Hyper Bloom will easily clear because as long as you have enough on a decent Hydro, I think you should be fine. Okay, let's get ready most of our abilities. You should be dying soon. And we can do this, do that, do that, do this. So that's one half. You know what I hate is the fact that stamina transfers over to the next chamber. So you get like partially gone stamina, which is a bit annoying. Try to save most of our abilities for later. And then do that. Let's try to get the Hydro back up. Do that. I think we can probably safely clear this with a bit of time left. I just need a little bit of time to make sure we get all that thing. Yeah, 3 rotations. Roughly 3 rotations. Do that. And he should lose quite a good portion of his health. There you go. 1 minute 40 seconds. I think that's the most optimal way that I can play it with this one. Okay, now that I'm not screwing my rotations over, let me try to get this done. Try to use Veresa to finish this off before we reset the rotation. And then we do this. Try to make sure we get all of that up. He takes about 10 seconds to get up before he loses the resistance buff. Try to do this. Doing normal damage now. I keep messing up the rotation, I don't know why. Try to get the collision buff so that I can get the extra damage out of the way. I somehow dodged that, what a god. And then let's see if I can do this. Okay, a bit of a time stall, but that's fine. Maoika can deal with that. I swear I'm just screwing up the combo or something. Just barely cleared with Maoika. That's insane, bro. The first half took so much time and this half is gonna take all everything. Whew. 1 minute, 1 second. Holy. Yo, that sucks. Skirk Premium is better than Hyper Bloom for first half? Probably because you can brute force it. Because the thing about the crab is you can only really brute force it with, I think, Maoika, or I think Skirk is a bit better than Math because Actually, no, it's hard to say. I think the targeting is also a little bit on the cringe side, especially because this game doesn't have an option for you to control your targeting, so it's quite annoying. Hey, give me new instructors. I need better instructors. I'm like the 1% of players that want better instructors. I don't really want SMS. Night Sky would be nice for Nefair, I guess. No. No, I don't want SMS. Okay, thank you. It's all completely worthless artifacts. That's more fodder for me to do. So I guess... No, I'll record the stuff maybe tonight, because I need to do a bunch of different tests on... Like, I'm trying to think of what teams that we can use to clear, right? 300k as a support, yep. Why not use Nahida Burst for extra damage on her skill? I could do it, but I feel like it's... My Nahida is not... I mean, she is kind of built as a DPS, but she's not like Witsif, you know? Because a lot of people, they either run Wandering Even Star for like support, or they run something like either Sack Frag for the maximum EM transfer, or usually if you use on-field Nahida, you don't use Sack Frag, you use something like Witsif, and you try to build her for damage. Where's my Witsif? Like this kind of Witsif, you build her for crit, EM damage crit, I think. So a bit less on the EM side, but my Nahida is not built for crit, mostly built for support, which is why I don't really try to use the burst. Because there are certain times where I feel like Nahida's burst is a bit of a DPS loss. And also, if you're the 1% player, I know, right? Instructors for the win. Instructors save so many runs, I swear, man. So that's one clear. Like, obviously, Malwika can clear, but what else can be run? I can technically test Flynn's Hyperbloom, and then I think afterwards we can do some of the viewer clears, at least for whoever that is here. So let's say we do, don't mind this, I'm still farming friend. Technically, I don't have to do this anymore, don't I? Oh yeah, right, my Flynn's is already Friendship 10. Okay, so let's say we run Hyper Bloom, right? We mostly care about the Hydro stuff, so Nahida might be a bit too strong. I'm trying to think how do we want to do it. Or should I replace, maybe I replace Aino with Xingqiu, and then we can maybe use Nahida, right? So it's like a Flynn's Hyper Bloom team. I know, it's funny, but if it works, you know? And then the second half wants you to run mostly Pyro. It's a Pyro Shield team. I could run Alucino, but I feel like... Actually, no, let's just run Alucino. Alucino overloaded. My goat. The goat herself. The premium team. If Veresa's my number 1, Alucino's my number 2. Because I shield for no one else. As much as I enjoy playing Malwika skill-wise, but in terms of like flexibility, you know, I'm the kind of person who enjoys flexibility. So I really like it when I can swap out of my DPS to do all my other rotations and come back and they still can do damage. He gains super high resistance, so let's just not do anything. Yeah. Try to get energy back. Wait, where's my Xingqiu? Oh, there you are. So go here, and then you go here. And we should get all the... Yeah, that's all you need to do. Then maybe we can do this. Wait, I just realized I don't have the Xingqiu thing. Okay. You know, I feel like Flynn's would have 1000 EM here. Oh, it clears really good. Holy. That's so good. Wait, let me just try to do... we can just do a simple Luna charge. Holy, 1 minute 19 seconds. Who would have thought? Yeah, I could use Yao Yao, but I still want some amount of Dendro, you know? Where's my crit? I can't see the aura. Am I running the right build? There you go. I was like, my crits are not hitting like strong enough. Holy. That's so scam. It's such a scam. 300k on my C0 Arlecchino. Overlord Arlecchino, yeah, man. You know, you're like, if I were to ever vouch for two characters, I will always say meta-wise, meta-wise is Malwika, but in terms of like actual fun, easily my two goats, Veressa and Father herself. And if I were to recommend a third, who would I recommend? I don't know really. I honestly think it's Skirk, right? I haven't heard this music in years. I know we're going through the old NCS playlist because I don't want to deal with copyright. But hey, you know, that's a good part, right? Actually, let me just do this. There you go. Technically, I'm not even sure if we should even use Nahida here. Hey, he absorbed Hydro. That's actually good though. Because we actually just get free Hyper Bloom. Oh, I almost did the cancel perfectly. That's fine. And in case you're wondering why I'm still using Xingqiu's burst, is because it gives you interrupt resistance. Even though technically I have what's the word for it? I have Inetha's shield. I believe the damage reduction also applies to shields, I believe. Because shields still follow the same formula. Yeah, let's go back to Inetha. Whee! Oh, is that 300k? Wait, we don't get a Luna Charge buff, right? So this is actually like normal buff. Oh my god. Still hear it every day? Yes, the OG. You guys hear it like once every 2 weeks. We already went through the past few weeks with Nefex, now we go back to NCS. Literally, I'm not even kidding, we just cycle through like the same playlist. The 3-hour NCS playlist or the other one. Ah, I did it wrong. Forgot about this one. There you go. I screwed that up, but that's fine. Arlecchino can snapshot that. I just wait. Actually, this is the second half. I feel like I can just show it. Yeah, let's just do this fast. I don't want to use my burst. Never mind. Okay, let's do that. Let me see if I can do it. Whew. My goat. Never try Arlecchino melt. The thing is, Arlecchino melt, you have to pay a lot of attention to the cryo aura. I know people have optimized it to, you know, you have to do it a specific way. But to me, it's more of like, you have to pay attention to two things, right? First is the aura, to make sure that the cryo aura is on the enemy. And the second one is the Sitlali burst. Because whenever Sitlali burst applies cryo, it like glows up and does like the rapid spin thing, right? So if you time your normal attacks, you can technically try to ensure that every hit melts. But to me, that's a bit cringe and I don't want to... I mean, I do it this way, so I don't really have to think about, oh, I have to play this very specific way in order to get the melts. But I can tell you, Arlecchino melt is a current best team right now, I think. Because I think based on my last cogs, Vape Arlecchino struggles to hit 100k, but Melt Arlecchino beats 100k in like the most average investment. Yeah, but Vape Arlecchino is easier to play. Vape Arlecchino is less cringe to play. But in terms of like pure meta stuff, obviously Melt Arlecchino wins by a mile. Although, you know what, my favorite team? Overlord Arlecchino. You know why? Because I don't have to think. I just press a bunch of buttons and then things just die, you know? And I don't like, okay, there's an official there, there's Shangling there, I can slot whoever I want, the team is super flexible, Shilonen's not in the team, even though you still need Chevrolet, but even C0 Chevrolet can work just fine. Oh yeah, this one clears. I don't think we have to think about this. Like DPS, well, obviously like meta-wise, Melt is the best. Pseudo halfway to the meta part. Vape is the middle ground. Overload is not the most popular, but it's still gonna be my favorite team. because I don't have to think about reactions, you know? I don't have to think about, oh, you gotta play XYZ up, down, right, like the Konami cheat code or something. I just mash a bunch of buttons and watch. As long as Chevrolet exists and as long as we trigger overloaded, I can just mash and go ham on Alucino. It feels so nice. And also, not to mention that the team is also really flexible, because you're not really tied to like reactions or anything. You can just do whatever the heck you want. Yeah, I can't even see this guy. Ah, great. I'm just gonna get rid of him. Much easier for me to do this. Oh yeah, I should talk about the mechanic, I guess. No, hold on. Give me the. Hey. Okay, that's an easy clear. That is definitely an easy clear. Post-edit me is gonna have to review the footage and look at the clear time. But I think there's a bunch of stuff. Would you try and let Skirk on your account? I can try Skirk on your account. Is there any ICD change at C1? C1? Not really, I believe. C1 doesn't do anything. If you mean C2, the one where her elemental burst does the... When you absorb her mark, it creates an instance of her elemental burst, then to some extent, yes. But I think if you want to run C2 Melt Alucino, it's within your best of interest to skip the charge attack. Because if you're running C0 R1, or you have R1 on Alucino, and let's say you have C2 R1, what you want to do is do a charge attack before you cast your elemental skill at the start. So you trigger the Crimson Moon passive, do all your rotation, like charge attack skill, do all your support rotations, and when you go back, you also cancel the charge attack while still having the Crimson Moon buff active. And what happens is you get the maximum possible buff to make your C2 do a lot of damage through melt. I think one of my viewers that I have played quite a while has C2 R1 Alucino, and the melt is able to do about 250 to 300k. Or maybe, I think with better investment, maybe like a bit higher, but roughly 300k melt. So it's really nice to get a bit of an extra instance of damage. Anyways, that means we can start with the viewer clears. I still haven't done the quest. I should probably do that tonight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to finish the quest tonight because I'm still on part 1. I'm not even done. I'm like halfway through and we were busy yapping on stream. I don't even know what the story is about. I just know there's something about people tripping, or that's all I remember. Okay. Sun heats up on this regular Sunday afternoon where I live. We can start off with the account clears. I'm gonna start off with Aura here, or as I like to call them, a Miko. Let's see if I can look at your claim. I just want to put the claim on screen so I can mark it off later. Theater, I don't remember if that theater was already done, but I'm just gonna reject that. Okay. Last redeem is Stygian Abyss. Okay. Oh wait, you actually claimed Stygian a while back? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, let's see. Kai, I'll do the YouTube last later. But to be fair, we don't have like much of the Twitch users for now, so we're gonna prioritize the Twitch people first, and then we'll go for YouTube. This is a very OG song. Oh my god. You know, it's funny because I listen to quite a good portion of this when people use like Janji's like Heroes Tonight with Johnning as their intro song, and then they put that like Sony Vegas intro on the YouTube. Be like, when you just open the video and it's like cool, like some semi PowerPoint presentation intro, and you hear like do 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 do. Remember we had outros? Actually, no, we still have outros now, but back then the YouTube intros were really something, wasn't it? Those were really something special. Someone explaining C1 Alucino reaction is not best option like C0. There is no ICD change at C1 because, okay, there's no Alucino here, so I'll have to look at the character archive. Because C1, all it really does is give interrupt resist and maximize the... Not maximize, but it basically makes the enhanced charge attack, enhanced normal attack do more damage. The enhanced mode, Pyro infused enhanced mode do more damage, And then she gets interrupt resist whenever she does normal or charge attacks, which is basically unstaggerable. This is basically infinite as long as you still are mid animation doing any of these attacks. I don't think that changes anything melt wise. I'm not sure about C1 though. C2 I can maybe say yes, maybe melt C2 might not be the best, but I don't look at calcs beyond C0 because why would I look at dolphin stuff? I only have like C1 Hu Tao and C2 Raiden by today's standard is like C0. A little bit under, but I think Hu Tao is still on the better side, being a pyro DPS. And then what do we have? We have, what's the name called again? C2 Yolan. C2 Yolan, the thing is not a lot of characters nowadays really care too much about C2 Yolan because Vape is, not to say it's bad, but Vape is no longer the only contender for the best reaction. We have a bunch of other DPS and support units that really make other reactions contend on the same level. So yeah, so technically like all these constellations on my account wasn't really all that crazy. Anyways, we have preset teams here. The Nouvellette, that is truly the Nouvellette. What about the Skirk team? Do you have a Skirk preset that I can use? No Skirk preset? Okay, I'm too lazy. Let's see. We can technically do Skirk first half. Yeah, we can do Skirk first half. I don't really want to do Nouvellette. I could technically do Nouvellette, but you know, man. Wait, actually, don't we have to worry about this guy? Oh yeah, the Frost Knight Hera. I forgot about you. I think we'll just try to do Furina. That means bringing Nouvellette here is less optimal then. Sid Ali basically dunked on Yelan, Furina and Xingqiu for Pyro. Basically, yeah. I mean, Furina is still relevant, and on the plus side of getting more of these supports, that means that you can use Furina on your other team. Because I think Furina is still one of the most goated supports. And I still think that she's one of the more flexible ones out of all the supports we have. Because say like Sid Lali is mostly for melt, and I guess freeze, melt, freeze, vape melt. Escoffier is only for freeze. Like every unit has this very... The supports have a very specific niche that I still cater to. Furina is just like free damage bonus for all as long as your name is not Cry. Fuck you in particular, I guess. No, even in the first best team, Furina is still almost best in slot because you can run, not Tenacity, you can run Instructor's Furina, or you just build her for Golden Troop and don't use her burst. And she still contributes damage enough Hydro application from the first best team. Even in Not Cry, Furina is still one of the top contenders for support. Insane, man. First half, oh yeah, we can run Hyper Bloom first half. I'll just run this second half. Do we care about Pyro here? No, I mean, technically we don't. Primo. Oh, we have to run Nouvellette here because... We have to run Nouvellette because I'm pretty sure that's a Cryo Primo V-Shap. Yeah, that's a Cryo Primo V-Shap. They'll probably have to run something like this. Whatever that's supposed to be. Okay, let's see. The first half is going to be Loma Hyper Bloom. I'll have to manually do this. Loma, Nefair. Yeah, Loma Nefair. Actually, no, we don't need Hyper Bloom. We can just run Bloom. Any Einors? Einors? Is the Einor C2? Einor C0. Get out of here, Einor. I don't want you. Give me Xingqiu. Give me Xingqiu. If the Einor is C0, I will not run Einor. That's a scam one. Yeah, let's see. We want to buff. We can either go for Diona, Cookie with build attack, or Sucrose. Sucrose is the easier off-brain one. I could technically use Cookie for healing. I don't think it really matters though. I might trigger Hyper. Actually, no, that's fine. No, it won't trigger Hyper Bloom. Yeah, why not? We get a bit of healing. I don't trust my characters to not die. Not to say I have a skill issue, but maybe I do. Furina SMS is also good. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But I think Furina is best on Instructors, but that's if you don't care about her damage. Like, she's mostly there to contribute a bit of damage and Hydro application, which still makes her more valuable than a lot of other units. But you have to think about the defensive side, because that means you might have to run Nahida Proto Amber, but you want Nahida to have the maximum EM to buff Nefair. I don't actually like Nahida with Nefair because the burst animation is kind of cringe to play. It takes like 3 years to happen. Like, we already have Loma with a long burst animation. You're telling me I have to go through with Nahida's burst animation? Bro, talk about a double trouble. Instructor Sapwood? I mean, it's fine. Do that. Try to get the Dendro application up. I'll just try to farm the energy first, then we can do the Loma Bloom later. Try to get it here. Thing around here. There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh, she's dead. I was looking at my phone because I saw a comment on my YouTube video, and I thought my game I thought my game crashed for a second. I was like, why is the screen black? Oh wait, he's already dead. Oh man. I just do this and then just do funny Nublet stuff. Actually, don't we have... Oh, we have Coppelius on the second half. Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we can still do this. I mean, we just have to wait, I guess. Let's do Skirk Hole E so we can charge that up. We still have like 1 minute 30 seconds, so I'm not too bothered. Because he'll remove the shield after he actually goes back. There you go. Actually, what element is he? I should have saved the elemental skill for that. Actually, I can do this. What am I doing? There you go. I'm dumb. This is a Fontaine boss. You could just play the whole Uja mechanic. The mechanic everyone forgot about. To be fair, I kind of forgot about it too. I forgot about the Fontaine mechanic. I was like, wait, isn't this guy from Fontaine? There you go. There you go. It's just that easy. Ow, ow. I forgot about the Fontaine. Okay, that's something. Maybe you don't need Pyro in the second half. I mean, Pyro would be preferred, but I guess that would be an alternative. Not that it's good against a Primo V-Shap, because I'm pretty sure he has like, is it 50% Cryo Res? So it's a little bit cringe. Oh, Hera, hi. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. So we can do that. First. I love how I don't hear anything because my audio is so low. Loma energy requirements are kind of cringe, right, by the way. Even with SMS, can you imagine not having enough energy to burst? Can you not one-rotate this? Oh my god. You can't one-rotate! That is this dumb shit. I'm intentionally adding hits so that I can actually get the fast hits, by the way. This does not feel smooth. I mean, Flint's cleared about the same time, but I don't know why, but Flint's feels a bit better. It might just be the animation thing, really. I think we'll just try to get Skirk thing up this, and then we can do this. Like, Skirk is gonna be a burst support. Does anyone know how strong Burst Skirk is with the new Nokrai sword? Because I know it's like a really good weapon. So we can do that. Did I manage to hit that? I think I did. Oh, look at that damage. Hello? Okay, I guess I'll use Skirk. Actually, I should use whole A. There you go. My Llama's using Deepwood Inos on SMS. I mean, that's... No, I feel like I know Deepwood would be better, though. I guess, unless... The thing is, SMS does provide you 20 ER, but the only requirement is that you have 2 Not Cry characters in your party. And as long as your skill or burst do damage, even if off field, you can trigger the SMS buff. It's not like you have to trigger a reaction like instructors or something. So granted, between Aino and Lama, I think Aino has a more cringe energy requirement. And until you get like C4 or especially C6 for the damage buff, yeah. Even my instructors I know on FAF with like 227 ER still doesn't burst in one skill. So every time I run like Aino in the Flints in Nefa team, I have to do skill on Aino and trigger FAF, capture the particles and wait a bit, and I swap to Sucrose to do 3Es with sacrificial fragments, and then swap back to Aino to capture all the particles so that Aino can actually burst. Like this is the thing I've been doing for Stygian for all my different tests. It's so cringe. I get energy back, thank you. Wow, look at that. This is so Resident Sleeper. This is so Resident Sleeper. My SMS I know 250 ER, my artifacts aren't even leveled up. Well, that's good. If your other artifacts doesn't matter unless you have ER sense. That's all that matters, really. I should probably use burst, but what's the second boss? Oh, that guy. Can do a little bit of damage. Okay. Let's not get hit because he's cryo. Just taking better time, isn't it? Skirk does so much damage, she just annihilates. My goodness. Skirk does so much damage, she just annihilates. Oh my god. That's crazy. Well, that's a very interesting team. Anyways, that's the first account cleared, which means we can go on to the next one. I think, is it Kai? C1 developed, no need to dodge. I mean, yeah, fair. Actually, no. The reason why I dodge is because he's cryo. If I don't dodge, the animations are going to be much slower. So, because I know this firsthand, because I'm sure you've seen me. I'm sure you guys remember the Stygian, the time when I did Stygian for, I forgot who is it. One of my viewers, I think. The guy who had top 1% Hu Tao with 4 Crimson C1 R1. And every time we got hit by cryo, the run just goes down the drain. So I've been kind of a bit PTSD on that side. Okay, Kai, I think you didn't mention yours, so may as well get here. Yeah, I do see your comments, don't worry about it. I think your account should be okay though. I mean, this abyss is a matter of just figuring out, though the Wild Hunt part is going to be a bit annoying. I wonder if we run like Wild Hunt or something. Where is art? There it is. I wonder if we run... What's the word for it? If we run Aino with another unit. I wonder Flint's Hyperbloom in like Aino Flints, and then you run like, let's say Nahida and another Hydro unit. They can make sure you get the Hyperbloom as well as the... What's the other thing called? The Lunar Charge. Then you run double Knock Cry, so you should do the maximum damage to the Wild Hunt units or something. Your sense is level 16, but I'm too broke to level it up. I think you can go for as high as possible. I think 250 should already be a decent amount. Okay, let's see. What did you run? Does it show the challenge summary? No, that's the past one and not this one. Okay. Okay, it seems like you have quite a comfy clear, so I don't have to try so much. Oh, okay, level 3. Any... Oh, you have a Nefair. Yeah, you're good. Nefair with no Llama. What's Nefair's best team without Llama? I feel like I can run... No, Mona doesn't benefit anyone here, right? So second half, I don't think it really matters. We could just run some sort of Divilette team of some sort. Like, let's say something like this. I don't think it really matters. I don't know the last slot. I'll just leave that open for now. Actually, I can just use Alucino. What am I doing? So let's say we use Furina here. There's no Llama, which means we still need some sort of Hydro unit. We can either use Cookie or... Is Sucrose built for EM? No, it's a bit on the lower side. Diona? No, Diona. Diona does exist, but does she have enough energy to burst? She doesn't have enough energy to burst. Cookie might be the best option that we have here. But, okay, let me remind myself. What does she need to lock these seeds? Is it the 2? Ascendant Gleam when she uses a... So it's 2. Yeah, it's basically just 2. She can absorb range or deceive certain range. Can blah, 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 blah. Does it lock? Yeah. So we need a second knock cry, which means I know it's going to be locked. Arlo's designed for overloaded? It's fine. I mean, attack or EM. Do I look like I run EM sense on my Alucino? No, I don't. I do not run my Alucino on attack stance because I'm too lazy to swap the build. And I don't have a good gladiator EM stance. Okay, let's say we want to maximize the EM buff. Means Cookie, Aino. Is there at least an Aino? Aino is there, but okay, ER wise is a bit... Well, she doesn't technically need to be there because we do have Furina. So maybe Furina could help a bit if the Furina is on Fav. Okay, good. Furina's on Fav, so that will help on energy generation. Now, I'm thinking either Fischl or Cookie. But I technically swapped to Furina, so maybe not that big of an issue. Because I know Soluna did a very special kind of team demo with Nefair, and there is a particular team that can do like F2P level performance, which is still about 75 or 80k depending on the level of investment. So what am I expecting from... Okay, never mind. Okay, it is a F2P level, 60 crit rate, a bit lower than I want, but I guess it's still work in progress. Then let's see, we got Chevy right here. I don't want to run Bennett because Bennett's kind of cringe. Flexibility, we could do Yansan. Fischl's already taken, which means we still need some sort of off-field Electro. Any sort of off-field Electro we can use. Oh, what the? Beidou, do I want to use Beidou? No, Beidou's not even built. If I use Fischl here, then who else is going to be here? Implications. Or I could just run Alucino Mono. I think Alucino Mono can still clear just well though. Wait. Yeah, we can just run Alucino Mono. I don't think about it. And then let's see. Fischl here. I guess the best thing we can do is just try. Furina of R5 craftable, not quite craftable in Ascendant Gleam, 64% HP. Oh yeah, I haven't really heard too much about all the other weapons really. Actually, we don't have to use the burst, right? What am I doing? I'm killing myself. That's a very interesting way to do it. Okay, that's a very interesting way to do it. Because all we need is just Aino burst. I think we're kind of clearing. Oh yeah, the sustain is off the water. I should probably apply Dendro. How much damage will this do? Okay, a decent amount. I wonder, this will likely struggle against that though. I think we have to do something like this to get a bit of Dendro. Because we should have had a second Dendro actually. It's funny how she auto-targets that. It's hilarious. Okay, this kind of sucks. In terms of Verdant Dew, we don't have any Verdant Dew. Okay, maybe Official's a bit of a downside. We need a second Dendro. Dendro Traveler? I guess we could run Dendro Traveler because we still want double SMS to get the absorption. Otherwise, we're just going to be running the Fair Hyper Bloom. Should I run the Fair Hyper Bloom? No, now he does, so we're a bit gimp on the Hyper Bloom side. Second Dendro will also give him more EM? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you have enough to burst every rotation? Okay, 200 ER, possible. It helps Notcry Resonance, which includes the characters that aren't from Notcry, so it'll give 20% Lunar damage bonus. Okay. I want to get healed, so maybe we'll try to get a bit of healing here. Wait, is this C0 Aino? This definitely feels like C0 Aino. I got this tingling feeling that this is C0 Aino. See if I can just do this. And it'll target the next one, I think. Yeah, it's targeting is a bit weird. This song. Okay. We'll just wait for the seeds to generate first. Okay, it's doing a little bit better. Kind of. A little bit better. Not a good kind of better though. To get a bit of healing from casting the burst. Get a bit of healing there. It's doing okay. I'm stupid. Okay, never mind. Also, it does do like a cool effect to mark the sender. That's interesting. Can I just do this? Thank you. Okay. The thing is, this one's a bit of a damage loss because... I swear to God, you triggered Lunar Bloom. What the heck, man? Where my Verdant Dew stuff, chat? Where's the Dendro application? Feels no fair, man. Feels no fair, man. It's okay, the second half can clear just fine, surely. 2000 solos level of damage, holy. It's okay, we have, what's the name again? We have Alokino to carry. We're fine, we're fine. Whew. What a scam. What a scam, look at that. What are those 300k, 200k normal attacks, non-melt? What a fucking scam. Alakino's carrying second half so hard. My goodness. It's actually insane. Okay, let's do that. Do the burst for a little bit. Okay, never mind, she's dead. Can't use a charge attack because that's exactly the point, right? Nefair will survive next year, chat. You know the worst part is actually lock like. There you go. Try to get a bit of hydro here. Feels so bad. This was so bad. Why am I using burst? Why am I using burst? He's gonna do the thing anyways. Yeah, he's gonna do the thing again. It felt so bad. It's fine, chat. Arlecchino will carry. I believe. Arlecchino, the goat, the daddy herself. You know, the reason I'm not doing dash cancel is because the generation is so slow. Oh, yes. Fast Traveler, my favorite. Actually clears. Oh, this feels so budget. This is Epi's home budget right here. I'm trying so hard to survive. Oh my goodness. The rotation Hera are my favorite. Oh my god. Oh. We'll survive next year, chat. We'll survive next year. 40 seconds. No, I mean, technically we could have run the Fair Hyper Bloom, but I just wanted to see like a non-Llama team. It's not good. What the fuck? Okay, that's not fair. C1. Peak C1. Oh, never mind. I got too greedy. But on the fair and the last day, not enough time to build her. I mean, that's fair, right? Okay, let's actually get some... Let's actually get healing on burst so that I don't die. Let's get the burst up to get a bit of healing. I'm using burst so I can heal. Use burst to get buff? No. Use burst to get the healing card from Spiral Abyss? Heck yeah. Use burst to heal again. Oh. Can I just do this? I get my Dendro back. Okay, now this feels a bit better, now that I'm actually not dying. Burst to heal. Peak performance right here, guys. Peak performance. Oh, 8k, look at that. I have half health. Okay, feels a bit better. Okay, just a little bit better because I'm not dying. Let me use Strength Llama SMS Nahida Debut I know instructors. This is a principle. I love all the references to the memes because I actually understand what the memes are about. Flints with Inefa. You know, that's the sad part, is that Flints with Inefa just clears Nefer. Because the one thing that I actually like about Flints in Inefa is that even during the downtime, Inefa, right? What's the word for it? Students. At least Inefa provides a downtime with the... What the fuck? Inefa provides a downtime No, Inefa feels the downtime when Flynn's is still waiting for the cooldowns to do back. So while you're setting up the rotation, the damage doesn't just drop. The problem about Nefair is that I think she's a true hyper carry where during, like, similar to Raiden Hyper, right? Where after the DPS window is done, the damage, like in GC Sim, it just drops down the fucking cliff. Nefair is more prominent because unless you run like Furina with a very well built Golden Troop or something, the team's damage just doesn't exist. The team, Nefair is the team. There is nobody else in the team. These are all no-name supports you don't care about. But however, when the support disappears, you'll actually start to notice. So, not fun. Not fun, I know. That was not a pun. This character needed for theater? I mean, but you still have to build, right? Let's see. Use burst? You know, at least this one is not going to be too difficult, so... Because we basically brute force through the health bar. Can I actually... Actually, no, I can swap to this later. Okay, I screwed up. How much worse is Kuki in the Fair Loma Aino Nahida when replaced with Nahida? Wait, how much worse is Kuki? It depends though. Nefair Loma Aino Nahida. Honestly, you shouldn't run Aino as a solo Hydro slot unless you have C2. Aino's Hydro application without Constellation 2 sucks. It's even worse when you run a Nefair Loma core with Nahida because Nahida's skill is like 1.5 or 2 units of Dendro. You pair that together with Nefair and Loma, your Aino is going to be, your pre-C2 Aino is going to be struggling to actually apply Bloom. She'll apply like, you're going to struggle with Verdant you. I've had this happen before when I was clearing the Stygian for one of my viewers, and then running C0 Aino does not feel good for the Lunar Bloom generation. And you know what we did? We just swapped to Xingqiu and it was actually even better. The run was way, way better. Oh man. Or you can use like something like Diona, but if you don't have any problems with Dendro application or Bloom application, it should be good. Let's do burst here. Are you kidding me? Inefa is the goat? Yeah, technically yes. In that sense, yes. That guy does a decent amount of damage, my goodness. Can you die already? Thank you. I'm just gonna try to get a bit of healing here. Then we can swap back. Then we can do this. Just get a bit of healing. Healer Furina is actually viable. That's insane. Healer Furina, my goat. No, Furina, heal me. Okay, it doesn't feel as bad because of that. Heal me, Furina! Furina! Healing Furina, what a goat! My English is cooked. Isn't Diona's burst a 20 or 22 second cooldown? Yeah, that's the one downside about Diona in Nefair team is that you run Instructors Diona, you know, because you're gonna trigger freeze with Hydro, right? Instructors Diona with C6 will buff a lot of EM for Nefair. The downside is that it will interrupt with the Bloom generation because Cryo and Dendro isn't a real reaction outside of Rhyme Grass and Theater. On top of that, as you said, the cooldown is more fitting towards a 20 plus second rotation. So if you do dash cancels, if you have a Diona in the team, it's actually ideal for you to not do dash cancels because your rotation will be too short. How do I know this? I tested quite a few times for the dash cancel during the Nefair release in the trial run. I was like, oh wow, this is a pretty nice team, but why does it feel like the rotation is super short? And now I know why. Because now this one I'm just gonna go all the way to the front. I can just reset the rotation, I don't really care. We have like 3 years to use our abilities. Okay, that's fine. That attack is so hard to hit because it's like a multi-hit attack or something. C1 Arlecchino Supremacy. Look at that. Nahida's Sustainless looks not worth unless you're running dire speedrunning abyss. Yeah, unless you're speedrunning and you have a investment past a certain level, then Nahida is not really worth it. The reason why people run Nahida is mostly for like SMS Deepwood, right? Which personally, Nahida can afford to get away with a bit less EM because the EM transfer from her burst is based on a quarter of the... I believe it's a quarter of the unit with the highest elemental mastery. So it's not based on Nahida's EM herself. So technically, you're already building Loma and Loma has a built-in EM. So you don't actually have to build Nahida for EM. Because you just need to build enough ER for Nahida. Still keep her on Deepwood because her skill in Loma is both as consistent. Let me check this to verify whether it's true. Yeah. When using the burst, the elemental mastery of the active character will be increased by 25% or a quarter of the party member with the highest elemental mastery. Which means your Nahida doesn't have to build EM. You can just go put... what's a good set to use? Not SMS. SMS is... Maybe SMS, yeah. You could put SMS Nahida... No, actually no, SMS Loma to make sure that she gains a 20 ER 2-piece. And then Nahida build a bit more towards EM. Maybe build DPS Nahida with a decent amount of ER to burst every rotation. You can probably run her on FAF if you want to. And then Loma on SMS and then try to give her enough ER to burst every rotation. And then Furina... whatever really, because I don't think, aside from instructors, I don't think there's any other set that can buff Nefair. Because Loma is automatically already going to have probably 900 to 1000 EM. We haven't even considered the SMS buff. So this EM transfer is going to be based on Loma and not actually Nahida herself. So you don't have to build EM Nahida in a Nefair Loma team. Actually, you know what? You can build Proto Amber Nahida. If you don't care about Nahida's damage, you put her on Deepwood Memories. You put her on Deepwood Memories, give her a healing bonus circlet. Deepwood Memories, healing bonus circlet, and Proto Amber R5 gives you like an 18 energy refund at you know, the highest refinement. Proto Amber, Deepwood Memories, healing bonus circlet Nahida. There's the answer to your sustain. You don't need Furina to swap to healing mode. I could cook this if I had Nefair and Loma, but I don't, so yeah. Does any attack speed help to increase Nefair's charge attack view animation? That one, I'm not too sure. But if you're already doing dash cancels, I don't think attack speed will matter that much. And attack speed, if you guys are aware with like how Dahlia C6 was made for... What's the thing called again? The attack speed buff is made for Skirk. The upside of attack speed is that when it does, it's nice to look at, it feels nice to play. The downside is attack speed buffs below 40%, 140% is not worth noting, or 40%, because attack speed, the benefits of attack speed is tied to your frame rate. So unless you're playing on iPhone, where they have signed an exclusive contract between Apple and HoYoverse to get Genshin to be able to play at 120 FPS, until we get PC with more than 60 FPS, I don't think attack speed will ever be beneficial unless Apple decided to not pay Genshin or pay HoYoverse for some whatever reason, which actually works to our advantage. Because that means if we can get 120 FPS, attack speed buffs is gonna get a whole new meta. My Abyss needs help too. Let me see. I think you're also Kurumi in Discord, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, why not? I'll probably stream for another 2 hours anyways, because I I want to take some time off. This is not really taking a time off, but that's my definition. I want to take some time off before I get back to content creation. I'll probably start with the Abyss stuff next week. Let's see. So I believe you're also Asia. So it's nice to have all the fellow Asia servers, because when I go to NA or EU, there's not really that much NA or EU players. So whenever I go to NA or EU, I'm just like, who's NA and who's EU? I don't want to make a new account by accident. If you want to, yeah, you're right. Omni's right. If you want to get another upgrade for Alucino, Durin Fischl with the new Hex buffs in the next patch is going to be her new best in slot at the F2P Dolphin level. And the good part about it is that you still will want Chevaru for the Overloaded buff, but now you have a 3 solid core. 3 solid core units for Overloaded. I think the new non-Mavuika core is usually, it's like, let's say back then we only have like Chevaru and a bunch of Electro or Pyro units, whichever that fits. You know, like this Veresa option. With Durin Fischl and the new Hexen Circle buff, Veresa now has a team that's able to access the 100k threshold without relying on Mavuika. So I think the new core is basically just Durin Fischl. Chevaru Durin Fischl on Veresa is like a 110k, or was it 112k DPS team, assuming C6 Chevaru and C6 Fischl, which is actually insane. So it's like Fischl with the buff provides like an attack buff when you have like 2 Hexen Circle members, and then Durin with the maximum rest shred, but Durin's off-field damage is insane. Like, forget about the rest shred. Durin's off-field damage paired with Chevaru is insane, bro. He does like, he's basically the Inefa of Mondstadt. Not the Inefa of Pyro, no, it's just the Inefa of Mondstadt. And the upside is that now we actually have another off-field Pyro applicator. And you know why? Because we are at an era where nobody wants to run Shangling. Although I would say Hoyo has done a very good job at avoiding making another energy-hungry monster like Shangling. So Mavuika is more for DPS and support, but it's always nice to have. Pyro Traveler is actually quite nice. I will have to admit, Pyro Traveler is a very nice alternative for low Pyro app teams. And I feel like nowadays we don't really care about Vape. I think the meta has moved so far away from Vape that we actually prefer slower Pyro application as long as it's consistent. Anyways, that's an unfair Lawma team, so we can just off-brain this. You have Furina? Okay, you're not. Speaking of which, okay, I want to see what is your Nahida. Can we survive with no Proto Amber Nahida? A Fab Codex. Okay, Fab Codex is a bit more favorable. DPS Nahida. Okay. So we can do something like this. And then let's say the second half. What can we do on second half? I can just run Alucino. Do I want to run Mavuika? Let's do the funny Mavuika. Like, actually, I'm sure you have a Veresa. Oh, you didn't name your stuff. Okay, you have. Hold on. There you go. I had to like process that for a second. I'm surprised you don't use Yansan though. You have a C2 Yansan. You have a C4 Yansan with a very good C4 that gives energy generation, right? Oh no, she gives the overflow for Night Soul restoration. Oh, because C1's already energy. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I already have a C2 Yansan. I'm surprised you're not using Yansan, because she's a better buffer in this case. Veresa Overloaded with Mavuika is probably one of my favorite teams because of how flexible it is. I would say the Nouvellette Skirk core and the Veresa Mavuika core is very fun because you get to play like 2 DPS characters. That's the closest thing you can run for a dual DPS team. Let's try to do that. Actually, let's try to skip this part. I don't really want to do the healing. Because if you apply Dendro, then it's very cringe. I'm not even sure if I want to use the... okay, I guess I'll go. Let's try to build up the stacks. Wrong button. Still cannot swap. Okay. There you go, 300k. Bro. Okay, I need a bit of healing. It generates every 2.5 seconds, right? Honestly, I'm too lazy. Let's just use whole E. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, that's done. I'm skipping during for Columbina. I mean, I'm gonna get both. I have how much is my pity right now? Give me a moment, I need to check. Okay, Kai's already done. Let me see. How much do I have right now? Let's see. 36 on the limited banner. I have 36. Oh, okay, 36 pity on my limited. And I have, I think currently 101, 100 and something pulls, and we still have like what? We still have like 2 weeks before the patch ends. So I'll likely have enough to guarantee doing in the worst case scenario. Though my most hype part is two things. Chef being raid up is gonna be insane, but that's not my chef because I already have C6. Garming being raid up. I can finally have maybe a top 5% garming. The only thing I'm missing is C6. I have like Fruitful Hook, I have Melt Flower, I have a very well balanced garming with like 133 ER with 220 CV or something, with a bit of EM there. So I'm really just missing that C6, you know, that 80, is it 80 crit value? Does he gain like 20 crit rate and 40 crit damage, or is it the other way around? The AoE increase is also massive because that means you can afford to get away with not plunging too near. How much damage is that? 200k Varessa. What the heck did you feed your Varessa, man? What the Chevrolet's skill also counts. Yep. Yep, that's a good advice. Wait, isn't this... Whose account was it that had a top 1% title Shadow Maoika? Is it yours, Kurumi? Also, hey senpai, hey otaku. Oh wait, no, you've been here for a while, I'm stupid. Hold on, my brain needs to process for a second. Okay, I need healing. You did not give me healing. Damn, this game sucks. Nefair, those 3 moon symbols generate too slow. C4 Yansan, oh yeah, C4 Yansan. C4 is second best. C4 is only nice if you can find a way to overflow it. C6 is a Natlan constellation. C4 makes the generation feel a bit more consistent, but I think the gain for the Night Soul point is a bit more, so it allows you to maintain the stronger attack buff. But obviously, all of Yansan's constellations are good, aside from the one that increases her elemental skill. But even then, her burst does a lot of damage. Even if you don't build Yansan for DPS, her burst can easily hit like 100k. Not to say 100k easily, but with a decent build, she can actually get 100k on her burst. Her multiplier is just that high. Let me just heal a bit. There you go. Do that. Nearly died, but that's fine. We are living on a prayer, chat. Now this is what a premium... Oh my god, that's what a premium Nefair feels like. Top 6 Maoika. Varessa's also top 6. You mean 6% or 6? Just F2P top 1%. Because I know there is one of my viewers that I helped get the Fearless clear had a title Shadow Varessa that I'm pretty sure last I asked them to check on a car shot, they had like a top 0.6%. Not 1% by the way, top 0.6. Probably 0.5 or something. It's pretty insane. Top 6%. Yeah, it's I know it's not on your account. It's another viewer that I'm not too familiar. What the fuck? I did not use the skill. Okay, I'm dumb. I feel like I spend more time on fielding my Wicca. I hate this boss so much. It's freaking fast. This freaking fat ass boss, man. Holy bro. Talk about fat shaming, am I right? The number of times I get screwed over because he's so large. I'm not even kidding. The number of times I got screwed over because he's so large. I just slide to the top and I'm just standing there but like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? QOL and buff, yeah. So annoying. I should increase the music a bit. I can't hear anything. I want to feel a bit hype. There you go. Ah, yes, the Jim Yosef song. Should I get crit or healing? I think I can survive without healing. You know what? We can survive without healing. Yeah, we can survive without healing. No. Holy. That's in the third team, alright. Oh, I'm supposed to cancel that, I forgot. Yeah, dodge that. Yeah, I still have to make them a weaker guide. Oh yeah, this is an easy clear. There you go. There you go. Okay, does anyone else want me to help them? Because this abyss doesn't seem to be too particularly difficult. As long as you play around the Hera and the Crab. I think if you play around the Hera and the Crab, then none of the other enemies are... Actually, Hera, Crab, as well as the Wild Hunt, but I feel like Wild Hunt is a matter of a DPS check. Yeah, it's not that difficult. It really isn't that difficult. Yeah, let me see. I guess we do have a bunch of the Twitch viewers that I haven't really cleared for them. Particularly, there is a zombie, so I could try to log into his account and help him clear. Angel, I don't think her account should have any problem because she does have the Fair Llama. Yeah, we'll probably do... We'll do zombies one. Let me just go grab the login details. And then after that, I guess we can do a bunch of testing if there is no one else redeeming anything. So we could work with that. I've only been streaming for how long? Only 2 hours. That feels... This abyss is really easy, huh, guys? Is this abyss so easy I didn't even notice the time? I'm just looking at all the messages stuff. Oh, I reached 700,000 views. I don't know what that means, but I guess that's something. What if I clear 36 stars and I'm still watching you? I mean, I feel like you've asked the exact question. I mean, you can just do whatever you want, man. No one's stopping you from doing anything. Oh, this song. I love this song. Alright. Floor 10. Okay, we gotta do floor 11 then. Wait, Kai, did I not do yours? I already did yours, right? Yeah, I already did yours just now. Unless there's some other redeems that we're not aware of, like Theater or Stygian. I'm willing to do Theater and Stygian. I don't really mind too much. We need some sort of content after all. Alright, let's get Zombie's account done and out of the way. What do they want again? Song's so good. Wait, who sang this again? Which one is this? Control. Oh, Hex. Is it Unknown Brain? No, this is Unknown Brain. Oh, it's so good. You're free as heck. I am free as heck. But I'll probably stream for another 1.5 hours, so I do need a bit of content until then. I need to try all the different teams against the Abyss so I can have all the information I need to make the Abyss guide. Although I think the guide will mostly focus on explaining the mechanic. And then maybe I would say team recommendations for what we can do against the first half. Because like the Crab and the Hera wants you to run some sort of Bloom team. We also want to make sure you have enough DPS to deal with the Wild Hunt, so there's a little bit of a requirement check over there. Where's Malwika? Should I just make life easy and do Malwika? I guess I should. Math overloaded. Can I run overloaded math? Sad Chevrolet noises. She has nothing. Oh, C1, that's why. Okay, never mind. I guess melt math it is. No Sitlali. Oh, shucks. That's something I have to worry about. Oh, we have Flints. Okay. Actually, yeah, we can do that. Flints. Any Inos? Any Inos? No? Yes? Yes? No? Can I Ino burst every rotation? Okay, 227. I feel like I fixed the Ino myself. I don't remember. Yeah, it should be good. Alright, let's go get through the floor 11, floor 12, and then... Oh wow, 5 trigger. That's nice. No Luna chart. Sad. I mean, I'm sure Flints will be able to... Oh, we don't have the other thing. Okay. Please, Thundercloud. Thank you. The Thundercloud ran out. Feels bad, man. Thundercloud, please. Thundercloud, please. Okay, there you go. Try not cry team in the first half and suddenly the Abyss went from easy to hard. Oh, yeah. I mean, it do be like that, though. No, I think it's possible. I think it's possible to do a not cry, but you need an absurd amount of DPS check. Like, it's not even funny. I think I'm just going to use burst because I'm too lazy. I'm just going to hold E. Yeah, let me see, can I do this? Wait, it's going to kill. Hold on. I'm going to charge this up. There you go. Because, to be fair, you're only dealing with one Wild Hunt Hunter. The regular Wild Hunt Exile is what I like to call the Not Cry equivalent of treasure hoarders. It's a bit tankier than regular treasure hoarder, but I don't think it's that difficult. Because I think the Hyperbloom team that I ran on my account was able to clear the guy in like 20 seconds. So the Exile isn't a problem. The only problem is you want to clear the... you want to clear the Hunter in 1 minute 40, or at least 2 minutes, give or take. Like, you have to clear first half in 2 minutes. Otherwise, it's gonna be a struggle bus. Absolutely gonna be a struggle bus. Should I even use my Elemental Burst? I feel like it's a bit of a waste. Oh, so close. Am I gonna run out of energy because of this? That's so dumb. I don't want to use my burst because I don't want to use my energy. Skirk Premium is only easy for the non-knock item. Yeah, Skirk Premium, I think what's good about Skirk is that whenever you... Okay, Skirk's Premium team has Escoffier and Farina, which contributes to quite a decent portion of the team's entire DPS. Like, total DPS, right? Because I think Farina... Let's say Skirk is 100k DPS, right? Farina, Escoffier does... Furina does a bit lower, like 200k in an 18-second rotation. I think according to Flip's calculation, Escoffier does about 500k, 300 to 400k. Skirk does the 1 million. No, the total DPS is 1 million, I think. 1.1 million, but Furina and Escoffier does about 20 to 30% of the team's damage. So at least in the Skirk premium team, you have some damage before you get to Skirk. And when you get to Skirk, the damage spike so high, it's insane. And she attacks so fast, right? Even something like the Tenebris Papilla, I feel like Skirk can just keep... You know, I want to see Papilla against Skirk. I want... Like, because I don't think the Papilla Onslaught was like 5.7, right? Or was that during... Was Papilla... I don't think the Papilla Onslaught... That was 5.6. Yeah, the first Onslaught had Papilla and Magu Kenki or something. And I believe... I don't think Skirk was available during the time Stygian first came out. And Tenebris Papilla had that stupid 120 ward shield. I feel like Skirk against the Papilla would absolutely shred the damn shield. She does like how many hits per second, it's insane. Imagine you pair that together with Yelan. Hyper Bloom depends. That's the one reason I kind of want, what's her name again? I want Alhaitham. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want Alhaitham, because I feel like Alhaitham Hyperbloom or Alhaitham Aggravate is pretty decent. So rather than... I feel like if I get Loma, right, I would rather prioritize getting Alhaitham because I prefer... Appearance-wise, I prefer Nefer. And DPS-wise, Nefer is meta. But in terms of personal preference, I definitely would take Alhaitham over her any day. I should have pulled for her back then, but... I mean, I should have pulled for him back then, but it's like... I don't know. I don't know why we didn't want to pull. I think his gameplay is a bit but after I get to actually play him on my viewer's account, it feels a bit more okay. Yeah, let's increase the music while I just enjoy the gameplay. Cryo Res? What Cryo Res? Your Cryo Res means nothing in front of one of the top DPSs in the game. And can I just mention, I love Skirk's normal attack animation. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. Yeah, we'll go this. Actually, hold on. We need to swap Sucrose. Yao Yao? Oh, we don't have Loma. Oh well, what do you know? I guess we could run Loma. Oh, clips. Yeah, I'll check it out later. I got a bit of EM. Holy, that's a lot of damage. Okay. I should probably not do that, but it's fine. Probably shouldn't have used Loma, honestly. I think Flinces does more damage if I do it. There you go. Whew. Is this Splendor? Oh. I can just use Farina's normal attack. What am I? Yeah, I'm good.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping,
We're still killing this through the rest rate. My goodness. What is this team? 70% cryo rest, by the way. I think it's 50%. It might not be 70%.
we must merely make a start.
What is cryo rest? Skirk, probably. Oh, my attacks do cryo element because I can. Technically, lore-wise, she can manifest other elements, but you know what? I'll be cryo just for the sake of it. Skirk, probably. Ah, she doesn't burst. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why, but this Flint feels a bit lacking. Am I crazy?
Lions gonna come,
Is this Flint even built? I just realized this.
just
It's only doing 200k. My Flint can do like 300k every skill. There's something wrong with this Flint. I think there's something wrong with this Flint. Even my Prospector Shovel can hit like 250. Even before Staff of Homer. Something wrong with this Flint. Ah, I almost did the dash cancel. What a shame. Okay, energy. Thank you. There you go. This Vince feels really bad. I'm worried about the burst next rotation, so I'm not sure if I can maintain the Thundercloud. Okay, we got it. That was a painful one. That's an absolute painful one. Oh, okay. This enemy. $100k before the burst. Holy. I don't know if I should get R1 for Skirk, but that's not relatable anymore. No, 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 no. Let me hold E on Skirk so I can get that back. Can I get some Hydra back? Thank you. Okay, perfect. After this one, please do the quick reaction for refreshment. Yeah, sure, why not? I just want to get this account done, and then we gotta see who else we can help. Because I don't want to help those who already has the ability to clear by themselves. You know? Loma, he's only here for the first half. That's a funny part. Loma doesn't do anything beyond that. Loma doesn't do anything. This is truly the support team. Because if I do Loma, the Electro Charge Aura is just gone. Oh, never mind. Okay, I do need a bit of healing. Okay, give me the 25% burst heal. Oh my god, this guy does all damage. I don't know what's happening. Please. I need some survivability. Seems like Flint's Burst does have a bit of poise damage. That's interesting. Llama's only here for the crab. He doesn't really do anything outside of that. One HP. 1 HP. There you go. 1 minute clear. And the second half is just going to be the Primo V-Shap, so that should be an easy clear. Go! That did not do as much damage as I expected. Oh, hey JS, perfect timing. A little bit of damage here. I think we have a bit of faff there. Don't get hit by the cryo breath, so I don't get slowed down. Is this guy Hydro? This guy is cryo, I think. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this guy's cryo. Well, I guess not all his attacks actually apply cryo. Yeah, this one doesn't apply cryo because the color's different. There you go. Minus 55% elemental rest shred. Oh yeah, you're right. I was like, where is the rest, you know? And then you reminded me we had a Escoffier. I forgot Escoffier does rest shred. Although I feel like even without the rest shred, I feel like Skunk is still gonna do a quintillion amount of damage. Yeah, it is cryo. It definitely is cryo. Hey, let's take a short break. Bye. Gonna watch a. Also, oh, you just woke up. If you want me to help you with your Abyss clear, do let me know because you still have a bunch of redeems left in the queue. But I feel like your account wouldn't have any sort of problems. That aside, let's go watch a bunch of videos first. Whatever the reacts are, we have 5 clips. I hope they're all less than 1 minute. Let me just queue everything up first. Okay, we got this one, and then we got this one. You know, the one thing I don't like about Twitch redeems is I wish when people like redeem clips or redeem any link, give us the ability to click directly on the link, because I have to go to the Twitch redeem section and I have to manually copy paste every single one. It's so cringe. Okay, give me a moment. Just pause that. If I do this properly, is this a DHC video? Oh, it's engineering plastics. All right. Good old engineering plastics. Do I love to sweat? I haven't seen his videos in a while, to be honest. Okay, what are we expecting? C0, I watched this already. Actually, no, I think I've watched this already, but I feel like Alhatham's Constellations doesn't do much for him. Like, C1 is worthless, C2 is whatever. Any Alhatham Constellations outside of C6 feels kind of whatever. And I think C6 only gives you like crit stats based on your mirror count or something dumb like that. Okay, let's try to refresh. See if we can get this. Okay, so we have Alhatham at the top, Nefer at the bottom. I mean, Nefer is going to be closer. I think I've watched this before. No animation cancel. Interesting. And that's in the Nilo Bloom. That's C2 Nilo. Would it be fair though? I feel like that's not fair. That's hard to say. I don't think fairness is a problem. See, Alhatham is a bit behind. And correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Llama a little bit better in that case? This team focuses on Aggravate, right? Yeah, it's Aggravate, Nahida. This is C2 Nahida with Deepwood Memories and the Rush Shred. But Nahida C2 isn't the crit buff. Yeah, But let me see. Quicken, you also gain the red shirt. Oh yeah, you do gain the red shirt. But like, no, I guess Loma could buff Hyper Bloom. I wonder if, like, that's the one thing I want to know. Like, if you do Alhaitham Hyper Bloom, but you replace Nahida with Loma and a very strong Hydro Applicator, maybe before you know whatnot, I wonder, like, all these different combinations, how does it compare to the Nefer Loma team? Like, let's say Alhaitham in a Hyper Bloom team with Loma, all Alhaitham Cookie Hyper Bloom, and then the Alhaitham all Aggravate team, compared to, let's say, you slot in Loma to replace Nahida, or this current team with the Furina official or whatever the heck you want to call it. Because that team doesn't really have a healer though. You run Dendro healer. What's a good Dendro healer? Baiju. Electro healer. I guess there is Dory, but it requires you to on field or no. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I remember seeing Vomfi do the cogs for Alhaitham. I'm pretty sure Alhaitham's new ceiling team involves using Loma. So this is weird to me because I know Engineering Plastics does know a bit about TC stuff, so this just feels like, I mean, to be fair, maybe what they're trying to do is they're trying to compare, this is the non-Loma Alhaitham versus the Nefer Loma. But I feel like to make it fair, it would be better if they do the Loma team. The Loma team on the Alhaitham to compare with C0 Nefer, so you have a more equal and fair comparison between the two. Alhaitham Cons also uses, it looks like placebo. It is a placebo. Alhaitham Cons doesn't exist. Alhaitham is the Tartaglia, Dendro Tartaglia, minus the Riptide mechanic, except he's not really locked behind a super long cooldown. And the fact that he has a passive which allows him to gain the mirror stack without relying on your abilities is cool. Like, because the elemental skill gives like 2 stacks, right? Elemental skill gives 2 stacks. The burst already gives a default 3 stacks after the animation ends. So what I like about Alhaitham is that when you run him in the Cookie Hyperloom team, you use Alhaitham burst. If you have very good ping, you swap back to Cookie to use the burst and then skill. And then by the time you swap back to Alhaitham, you still will get the 3 mirror stacks when the burst ends exactly at that moment. So you kind of maximize damage a bit. And then the other thing is like you use your skill to gain 2 mirrors, and then you use your... Actually, no, you don't even have to use skill. The tech, I believe, is that you hold E on Alhaitham, and now you hold E on Alhaitham and quickly let go. It still puts him slightly above ground, which allows him to do a very super short plunge. And because to gain the stack, you need to do charge attack or plunging attack. So you just get 3 stacks by doing the whole E tech. I just love how flexible the guy is. You know, if I get Alhaitham, I'll probably like triple crown. Maybe, okay, double crown, maybe not triple. Actually, no, maybe triple crown. We'll see though. We'll see if I have the financial, and we'll see when Alhaitham comes back around, God knows when. Maybe Sumeru faction buffing. Okay. What is this? Did bro just make a joke about the Philips light? Oh, it's lagging a bit. Hold on. Philips. If you know, you know. Is this taken from the demo? It feels like they took it from the demo and they just did some edits. Oh my god, they took it from the demo. Bro paused it at the exact moment before he comes back out to do the burst damage. True?
The purpose of a lamp is to shine light into the darkness.
Who did they get to voice?
Perhaps this lamp will do the trick.
Imagine if they actually got the Flint's English VA to do this. That would be such a meme. Oh, it's lagging a bit. So dumb. It's so dumb. Wait, is that... Oh, did they use TNB? Yeah, they use TNB. Hey, cast filler. Okay, someone know. Sino. So good. Okay, what's the next one? Is this what is the video called? Do I want to turn on the translate? I guess I'll try to turn on the translate. Genshin Impact Fontaine. Oh, remaster. Okay. Oh. Yo, if Genshin was released as an MMORPG, this actually looks really good though. Is this what happens when you turn on RTX? My PC already dying just loading it in, true. Yeah, this is definitely a purely AI. But it looks really good, honestly. It almost has that very nice fantasy vibe. That I think it looks a bit too... I would say the flaw is that it looks a bit close to 3D. Like when I say 3D, I mean it looks like something you could see in real life. But there's also some sort of uncanniness that you know it's not going to be looking like a real life thing. But it looks really good though. Yeah, I would say the argument is that it looks a little bit too HD, you know? Because I feel like fantasy MMORPGs, right? Even if it looks really good, there's a certain degree of, what's the right word for it? There's a certain degree of, certain part of the aesthetic that when you look at it, you know it's a video game. So that's the one thing that I do have, that I feel like AI can't really do, you know? Looks a bit too real. A bit too 3D, but not 3D, you know? However, this would be perfect for some sort of light novel illustration or whatnot. Ooh. Silver Palace. I'm excited for Silver Palace. I might have to rename my channel. Should I make a... That looks so fake. Yo, Legatus Golem looks like shit, bro. Nah, man. This is not the Legatus Golem. This is some generic knight. Because the Legatus Golem in the current one, because it's a statue of marble and brass, right? So it's kind of like a mixed half-half alloy. But I feel like with the current graphics, the Legatus Golem looks more like a marble statue, not a knight like this. I don't agree with this one. Looks like a figurine or something. Okay, that's so fake. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, I mean AI is... I guess with a better prompt, they can make it look a bit better, but it looks really nice though. Silver, dude, if Genshin had the same technology as Silver Palace, oh man. I think everyone's like GPU is gonna blow up, man. Okay, this is Sumeru. Let me pause a little bit. I think my PC is like struggling. Sky looks a bit too real. I mean, I like the aesthetics. I like how HD this thing is. Everything else doesn't look right. Sumeru, okay, that looks so not right. Ormos? Where's the ocean? Ain't no way they refined Port Ormos and I do not see the ocean at all. Actually, no, isn't Port Ormos, there's a waterway, right? It is still right next to the ocean, I think. Banarana, okay. This is such a hard thing to pronounce. Palace of Akazazarai. Zarai? I'm not Arabian, I don't know. There you go. That's a port almost. It's the backside. Yeah, I know it's the backside. Oh, Lou, this looks so cool. Honestly, if this was HD, right? What did I do? Hold on. Did I press something wrong? I think I pressed the wrong thing. It's... Okay, wait. Where is it? Devantaka Mountain. If this was in an MMORPG, can you imagine you're just walking around and you see this massive robot? I think the downside of Genshin's current engine is that you can't really see things in a very HD manner without going for say, some RTX customization on your side, on the client side on PC. But like, imagine this HD. You just walk around and you see this massive robot with this kind of greenery. Like my PC's lagging a bit. Why is it lagging? That's a bit weird. I think it looks a bit too real for me. It doesn't feel like a fantasy MMO. Isn't Irminsul blue? That's the fakest looking typhoon I've ever seen. They should. I mean, I think it's a bit too hard for them to update to Unreal Engine 5. I feel like they have to. I feel like if they do that, because in order to migrate it from an older engine to a new engine, you're basically changing everything that the game is built upon, and different engines have their own complexities to have to deal with. So I think it's gonna take way too much effort to just move it to, for Unreal 5. I think it's better for us to just play other Unreal 5 games rather than expecting the devs to transfer everything to Unreal. Because I feel like the nice thing about Genshin being on UE4 is that my potato phone can still handle it at like 20 FPS. If they move to Unreal Engine 5, well, I guess I'll have to uninstall Genshin for my phone and buy a new phone. I'm gonna buy iPhone 17, right? Why is my thing lagging a little bit? Is it so HD that I'm just lagging? Yeah. They're gonna take years remaking this? Yeah, I know. They will. Now, I think they're just being a bit stingy with Beidou. I think I mentioned this like yesterday, no, 2 days ago. That looks a bit too fake. Not so much. I don't approve of that much. Like, they're just being a bit picky with Beidou, because Beidou's burst wants normal or charge attack to Beidou's burst wants normal or charge attack hits in order to activate the burst, but Raiden's attacks in her burst form is counted as bursts rather than, you know, regular normal or charge attack. That's why you don't use Gladiator on Raiden, because it just doesn't affect her burst damage at all. And that's because they try to make Raiden accommodate. They did that to accommodate Raiden's Severed Fate set, because burst damage buff. You know, all they really had to do instead of doing that is, can't they just genuinely any Hoyo teams, if you're watching the video for some reason, can't you just change the Beidou activation condition to just whenever attacks hit? Like whenever your normal charge, skill, or burst hits, just add the other two, normal charge, plunge, skill, burst, or whenever any attacks hit, just to make it simple. Is that so difficult to, you know? It's just a basic Unity engine? Oh, is it a basic Unity engine? I thought it was UE4 though. Okay, the last one in Azuma before we continue with the next bunch of stuff. Hold on. I love how despite being fed into AI, the statue looks the literal same. It's like, wow, it's so HD. And then you look at the statue, wait, it just looks the same as it is in-game right now. That just looks the same in-game. They changed the optimized damage types for Natlan unit not so long ago, which is why Maoka can use Yonan Singchu. Oh yeah, they did. That looks so fake. Unity engine, better graphics. Genshin should upgrade the graphics too. I feel like it's gonna take a long time though, like 1 whole year. Raiden's theme song being an anti-drop is such a weird thing to me. Still cool though. Wait. This is the thing at the bottom, right? Wait, hold on. I think someone does not have the thing right. Because I saw Tenshu Kako, was like, is that not Raiden's residence? Like, it's a place in Surumi Island. Yeah, they typo this. This is not the Tenshu Kaku. Isn't this where the Thunder Manifestation is? That very big tree. Inazuma looks so outlandish compared to other regions. Yeah, it does. Because it's really absurd. But everything in Inazuma is always like half broken. If you look at Inazuma, it's just a bunch of islands where everything is split up. Raiden split one entire island in half because they didn't like, because they had a different belief. Talk about religion, am I right? Okay, let me just let it load for a bit. I think my PC's trying to catch up. Okay, this one I approve. The Shiba Inu. The what's her name? What's his name again? The dog. Otake Plains, yes, the Ghost Plains. This is Tenshu Kaku. This one looks more like a little figurine though. Like, you know, like this little mini houses you can build in 3D. Surumi Island. Yeah, Surumi Island. Yeah, I know that place. Okay, I something's happening. I feel like my thing is lagging. Why am I lagging? Like, what's going on? I don't know what all these different things are, but sure. It's so HD, my PC's lagging, chat. It's so HD, my thing. Wait, let me look at my PC stats. No, it's YouTube is lagging. It's not even my PC. I'm looking at Task Manager. YouTube is so HD. YouTube is lagging. Oh, Enkanomiya. Dude, I miss Enkanomiya, man. Enkanomiya was the good stuff. Like, Enkanomiya had so much, what's the word for it? It had so much aspects of wonder that just made me really feel poised to just ask myself questions for a lot of different things. Okay, the next thing to do, now let's get back to our regular scheduled program for the last 30 to 40 minutes before we close off the stream. JS, I guess I'll do your account next because we don't really have anyone else really. I'm trying to think like how many people really need help for this abyss though? Because I feel like it's not really that much. Yeah, just JS, and then after that maybe we can do a bunch of different team tests. Because that's all I can think about. That's all I can think about to fulfill the last few minutes of whatever we have left of the stream. Because after this, I want to do some cardio. Like, okay, I don't think I told you guys this yet, but basically what happened is that on Friday, I did my chest and back workout. I did two reps of both. I think about 40 minutes. Is it 40 minutes or 1 hour? I don't remember. I think I only did like 40 or 50 minutes of working out. And then yesterday was ab day, so I did that for another 2 sets. And literally, like, I didn't stream yesterday because I went to hang out with my friends who I haven't seen. One of my friends lives in KL or West Malaysia, so I haven't seen them in a year. Yeah, exactly a year. So, of course, I'm going to prioritize my friends and family rather than just streaming. We can always stream at dinner time, right? So, like, after I went back yesterday and I went to lie in bed, and I realized, wait, why is my arm so sore? And I don't mean like the regular sore, but there's just this weird annoying soreness that just wouldn't go away. I could not sleep until like 1 a.m. or something. And I had to grab the Salon Pass and a few of the muscle pain relief pads and just slap like, I think right now I have like 2 on my chest and 2 on my shoulders, I think. It took the whole night for it to feel a bit better. Now it feels so much better. It doesn't feel as sore. This thing works like magic, but I didn't get that much sleep last night. So just now, after I finished my theater, after I finished all the edits for theater, I went out to go buy myself a Zeus coffee, just basically like the Malaysian Starbucks basically, and then brought the coffee back and then had lunch and then start the stream. Because I need the energy. I need the energy to keep going. Like, oh man. Oh yeah, right. You have okay, then okay, but you don't have Nafair. Never mind. I'll pretend like your Nafair doesn't exist and we'll move on with that. Agreed? Agreed. Let's go. Yay! Know that we could use Mona, right? Actually, I kind of want to try to use a Mona one. Like, I feel like Mona with Scrolls, right? Is this Mona with Scrolls or Mona with Noblesse? It's Mona with ER. 258, not enough. Actually, no, it should be enough. Crit. Crit with FAF, fair. Fair. I mean, I guess we can... I think this will work. I've always wanted to try Skirk Mona because I see people run this Finale of the Deep Skirk. And I mean the weapon, not the artifact set. And then they just proceed to use like Mona Burst, and then they swap to Skirk, use her Burst, and I just watch like Sigurd's health get absolutely shredded. And I'm just like, how? I'm just like, how much damage are you doing? Oh my god. I would say that I hope Columbina comes soon, so afterwards, hopefully we get a Skirk rerun, because I really want a Skirk rerun. Durin, Columbina, Skirk, Alhaitham. These are the 4 characters that I feel right now that I really want in my account. Not just for the sake of meta, but also for the sake of just fun. And of course, if I have Skirk, that means like I can leave Ayaka in the dust. Sorry, Ayaka, but burst gaming is just not my thing anymore, so yay. Okay, where's Sucrose? Oh right, you got Sucrose recently, I remember that. 800 EM Sucrose with Sacrifice. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're good. Wait, I know. How much ER does I know have? Flameforge? Oh, I mean... Okay, you do have R5 Flameforge. No, what are you doing? Don't build this girl for crit. You're not running FAF. I know does no damage. Okay, this is on SMS, so do you have any other ER options? Okay, you do have ER options. Let's get as much ER as possible. This is an off piece. Give me as much energy recharge as possible. Nobody else has a good energy recharge set? Okay, let me think. I guess you can maintain. I'll leave you that for now. 22 ER, good. 13 ER. Okay, you don't have any other pieces. Yeah. That means I have to adjust the Mona a little bit. Mona. We'll do Silken. Emblem. Tenacity technically works, but her skill lasts too short. And was sought by energy recharge. Find a random. Where are your ER sands? Oh god, nobody has an ER sands. Okay, I guess Mona will burst next year. That's fine. This is fine, chat. This is fine. We could technically run 2 SMS, but we already have 2 emblem, right? Can we just slap on some random SMS piece? No, I don't care about your crit rate. Give me ER. Level the piece. I don't want to level people's pieces. I don't like babysitting people's account. That's just not what I do anymore. I guess that does have ER. Wait, why? Oh, we already used it. Okay, that's fine. This is 2-piece emblem with a bit of ER. Okay, not bad, not bad. But this is the second emblem. Then what's this? Oh, this is Cinder. Okay. Let's try to go for ER. Crit rate doesn't matter as much because as long as Mona is able to burst, it doesn't matter. Just get better energy generation or something like that. So we have the 2-piece emblem here. This is not emblem, so maybe we can run an SMS. Do we have any spare SMS to get a default 20 ER? We do have a few. What about the other pieces? I don't see any other pieces of ERs, so should be a decent amount. 250, 220 should be okay with FAF. It's still a DPS Mona even if I didn't try. What an absolute build. Mona needs Trilling Tails and Noblesse with Skirt. Yeah, but I prefer bursting. You know, like it's not my account. I'm sure the stuff is not... Oh, we're in floor 11. I swear to god, I thought we were in floor 12. Wait, why are we in floor 11? Let me try to get the guy here. Hey, go, come here. Never mind. I thought we were... Is that Fav? Fav in FL? Honestly, actually not bad though. It takes so long to wait for 612. Yeah, I know, right? I'm so excited for Durin. I'm not excited for Durin. I'm excited for the whole Hexen Circle stuff. But like, wait, let me do this. And then we do Skirk Burst. Oh, he's so cool. I just woke up and then log into Genshin. I mean, it's fine. 2p7, yeah, 40% free yard. That's why I'm going for that. What matters is that Mona bursts in a single rotation and then you can adjust afterwards. Usually you can go for either 4 Noblesse, 4 Tenacity is a bit unreliable. Okay, Tenacity is a bit unreliable unless you have Consolation 4, or was it C6? Where if you do normal charge attack, there's a chance to summon the little haunt skill thing, which is really nice. And then Tenacity, Noblesse, Scrolls is a bit nice for the default one if you're not running Sitlali. But if you're running Sitlali, then you're likely run Calamity of Issue regardless. Oh, so close. Can I just get my energy back? Okay, you can die now. You had like 1 HP, so I wanted to capture all the energy. You know, the one thing that Stygian doesn't have is mapping. I feel like if you could actually map or book, right? If you could do mapping or booking for Stygian, full energy and mapping would make Stygian an absolute joke. Agreed? Like mapping and full energy on Stygian would become like such a joke for the gamer. Because you can capture particles and save a bit of time. And if you start with full energy, you can just start your rotation on the very first rotation you actually have energy. Because the downside of the current Stygian, as I've already mentioned, is that by not having energy in the full energy for the first rotation, you have to spend 10 to 20 seconds to get all your energy in order to even start doing damage. Which is why the one good part about the Fearless Overseer device, the Cryo Shield Secret Source boss, is that once you play around the Frozen Flow mechanic, it gives you all your energy back, which is really good. How about getting C4 Mona by Pig Gene? Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's just all they have to do, you know? Just make it so that we start with full energy. Maybe not booking, but just make it so that we start with full energy. Oh yeah, this is gonna be an easy one. Let's go next. Okay. Try to focus on C6 of any standard unit. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna win or lose my next 50-50. Ideally, I want to win. As much as I do want to get C6 Dea, but if I get C6 Dea, that means I actually have to Omega invest in Dea to make her decent. By decent, I mean like slightly above average. I'd rather win 50-50 on Durin and hopefully guarantee my Columbina by the time we get to 6.2. But something tells me we're not getting Columbina until 6.3. I don't know. I know people say Columbina might be 6.2, but I feel like it's more valuable for them to delay the release of the Archon unit. Because, okay, so we had Venti at 1.0, we had Zhongli at 1.1, we had Raiden at 2.1, we had Nahida was 3.1? 3.1, 3.2? I don't remember. I know Yoimiya had a rerun then. I got both, which is great. 4.2 was Furina, and then we got later 5.3 was Maoika. I would actually prefer Columbina at 5.3, so I actually have time to save and build up towards that. Like maybe, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Columbina 6.3. Because 6.2 is a bit too early. Because let's say we already have Inefa in 5.8, Flint's in 6.0 with, what's the other unit? Loma with 6.0. 6.1 we currently have the Fair. Next patch we're gonna get Durin Jahoda. So 6.2 can maybe release like maybe it's gonna be like a maybe that patch with a bunch of rerun characters. Maybe Chronicle will come back, so we'll have enough to save for potentially Columbina and whoever comes after her. Because I feel like if they release Columbina, it's not ideal for them. I feel like if they release Columbina, it's not ideal for them to release 2 new units unless that other new unit is a 4-star unit. Also, speaking of which, this Unknown Brain. Oh, it's so cracked. I hecking love Unknown Brain. I love his base design. Yeah, I know what's... Yeah, oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, you already know what 6.2 is. Sorry, not... I forgot the next patch is 6.2. Right, 6.3, you're right. Yes, yes. 6.4, please make it 6.4 so I can save. Nah, it should be fine. I don't need that there. Why did you target there? What's wrong with you, bro? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, maybe you can target. Okay, perfect. I was about to like lose my mind. At least we're triggering Hyper Bloom. We're still getting the Hydro app. That's really nice. I think we still get one more, right? Yeah, we still get one more. Okay, never mind. I know, please. I think she always aims a specific area, so it's a bit cringe. If we can get that. I get some Hydro here. Bro, what? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I know why you're so cringe. I know why you like this. It's okay, the second half is skirk. We can delete everything. Bro, where's the damage? Where's the damage? So cringe! This is so cringe! Okay, who's the second boss? Coppelius? Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. And then we can do this. Da-da-da-da-da. Actually, okay, maybe we can do this. I don't want to retry. I have to retry. Oh. Oh, okay, there's no Loma. There's no Nahida, right? I'm not stupid, right? I have to do this again. It's so cringe. There you go. I'm surprised the thing doesn't even target that though. That's a bit annoying. I know why you're not aiming the boss. Oh my god. Thank you. Where's the follow-up Lunar Bloom stuff? Oh nice, thanks for applying that. I think he should do one more set. Never mind. I nearly died, but that's fine. Oh, the Thundercloud follows you. Probably shouldn't do that, but that's fine. Can I get a elemental skill up? Thank you. Is it not supposed to do AoE? There you go. Please blow up. Thank you. Oh my god, 1 minute 6. Okay, this should be more than enough for Skirk. Oh, N2 walk is actually feels better than I thought. Can you die first? Thank you. Perfect. I'm just trying to dodge, but... Okay, not enough. That's not cool. Oh, never mind. 5 carried. I hacking love cryo animation. Please. Oh my god. Okay, where is... Oh. It's fucking Go Traveler. Okay. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, that's the first sense. Okay, let's see both. This one doesn't have ER. We'll take this one for ER. 16 ER. Is there anything that can roll more? This one has the potential to roll more. We'll roll that one. ER is MIA, but we actually don't want to be a crit for Faf. Yeah, we'll leave that one. I hate it when they do this. Please enhance. We'll do to level 8. Actually, you know what? Why do I care about Deepwood? Fuck that. Give me ER. I mean, we could technically run Hyper Bloom, but nobody cares about Hyper Bloom. And all the energy recharge piece is being used by someone else. Oh, great. Okay, how do we do this? Ah, I know. I know the solution to our problem. I'll take it. Okay, now everyone can burst. We're happy now. I forgot about Pneumosia. Yeah, you only remember Pneumosia when Fontaine bosses come back. By Fontaine bosses, I literally mean Coppelius. Coppelia doesn't have a shield, so he's not relevant. Huh? No Thundercloud? I know where you're hitting. Is it just me? I feel like this Flint's Innefa damage just isn't there. I'm not even kidding. I actually feel like the Flint's Innefa just isn't there. Okay, nice. Oh wow, it triggered. Look at that. Fafch. I hecking love Fafch. Oh, so much better. And he still spent 3 years going there. Great. I think I can still afford to do this. Yeah, let's just do this. Do that. Okay, we still get that. So it's a bit on that side, so we'll go here. I get the AoE go here. I should get a bit of Dendro here, but we're not really getting Dendro, so not too favorable, but I think we still got enough. So do that again. Should have that. We still got it though. Okay, just about the right amount of damage. 1 minute 5 seconds. 1 minute 5 seconds. 1 minute 5 seconds. Okay. 1 minute 5. Maybe because it's a Dendro boss? No, you just don't have good Dendro applicators, but I don't blame you because there's only 2 good Dendro applicators. Actually, no, what am I saying? Isn't Kolei a thing? Dendro Traveler has a massive AoE, but the hit rate is a bit inconsistent. Maybe if I swap Aino with Xingqiu, we would have a better time. If you don't break the shield. Yeah, I know. That's not a pun. That is not a pun. Ooh. Talk about timing, am I right? Oh yeah, Escoffier has an emotion mechanic, but I don't know what element she is. I can't believe he struggled. All because you don't have a good Dendro unit. Feels bad. My math is support. Math, I mean, as long as you have Codex, math can be a DPS. If you don't run Molani, math will not be support. Oh, everyone has FAF. If we have energy problems, there's something wrong with this game. We're never going to use Dendro Traveler. Dendro Traveler is just going to be here just to get FAF. There you go. That's a real Flint's damage. I just realized 3 members of this team has FAF. Three members of the team has FAF. What a peak performance kind of stuff right here. Deals better damage than Loma Nefer. It's because it's consistent. Nefer needs Loma to even compete with Flints, but you know, yeah, Nefer needs Loma in order to compete with the Flints and Nefer team, but Nefer can basically hold her own. Because Loma is a support that does buff all the Bloom related damage, but Loma still requires other units for you to make the most out of her supporting abilities. Inefa just exists. You just gain the most out of your Primo Gems. You just press her skill, forget about her for the entire rotation, and she probably still does more damage than literally 70% of the game's DPS that's available. That's how crazy she is. She just exists. Like, we don't even talk about her damage. She just exists, and the damage that she offers easily makes her like just better than most of the units in the game. Ooh, look at that 94k hit. That did not crit. I hecking love Skirk when it doesn't crit. F, please. Let's try to get that out of the way. Bam. No, Skirk, I don't know, Skirk is meta, but she feels so nice to use. Every time I use a normal attack and I do the N2 charge dash combo, it just feels so sleek, man. Alright, Dendro Traveler, go do your FAF. Thank you. Traveler is just there as a FAF bot. What peak performance we have right now. why I regret Nefair about Llama. I mean, you already know. I mean, I've already said this multiple times, so don't say we didn't warn you. You go for... Nefair is not like completely worthless without Llama, but in today's content, she kinda is. I mean, she won't be worthless if you run her in a Hyper Bloom team, but you know, when you play a Nefair team, you don't really want to play Nefair like it's Eula, you know? You want to play Nefair because you want her to be the one to do the most damage. You run Nefair in a Hyper Bloom team, I think TGS did a calculation pre-release. Nefair does like 20% of the team's damage. Or was it even lower? 19 to 20% of the team's damage, while Cookie does like the other 80 or 75%. I'll pause pulling. I mean, that's on you. You are... The reason why Zombie stopped being like that is because he has a life. So he doesn't like... He just logs in the game, do the dailies. Sometimes he doesn't even do his dailies. So he just forgets, you know? Because back then, he used to be the guy who just pulls on... Impulse, yes. Impulse, not pulsation. Impulse. I get what you're trying to say. He's just spinning. What's the guy doing, bro? Okay, I think he's low enough that he's not gonna do that attack. Yeah, we're good. Should have used the burst. Where can we submit? Nah, you just have to join the Discord. Right now, I think we cleared all of the viewers over on Twitch. I think there's only realistically maybe Angel's account, but I don't think her account should struggle. Just a C2 R1 Arlecchino with a Nefair, like for fuck's sake, man. So probably don't have to worry about that clear. Aside from that, let's see, we did that, we did Kai, we did Kurumi, Zombie, Amiko. Who else did I do? And I think for most people, if you have semi-decently invested units, I don't think this abyss is going to be a problem. Hold on Arlecchino, you know what? An Arlecchino in your account will be good. What is your history looking? I need to see it. Fresh. Very fresh. 12 pulls. Lanyan C4 would be nice. Well, okay, what does Lanyan C6 do? Rosaria, I think you have C6. Yunjin doesn't matter. I want to check Lanyan. Lenian. C1 is a double hit. Oh, you're 3 constellations away. Yeah, C1 does an additional instance, which is really nice for the Hera. Oh, C2 is a big one. Yeah, I don't have C2 Lanyan yet, I think. C2 Lanyan, whenever the shield is active, when your active party member does a normal attack, the shield will be restored. And this occurs up to the original maximum absorption, so you can basically get double the shield's worth. Every 2 seconds, C3 is more skill. C4, yeah, this one's also nice. C4 gives a 60 EM for any reaction-based team. I feel like Lanyan's strength really lies in reaction-based teams with the shield. Because you're likely going to be using Viri, you're going to absorb that element, you're going to trigger VV, and then, yeah, that's also that. Oh, second charge. That would be pretty decent for a quick swap team. So if your shield ever breaks past the C2, you can also use your skill again to regenerate it and refresh the VV buff. The thing is, Lanyan is actually quite a steeper unit, but to be fair, until you get like C1, C2, and even to some extent C6, I don't feel like she's not a bad unit at C0, but her value really shines once you get constellations. I'll pull on Arlecchino. I'm too lazy to log back in. Nah, just pull it on your account. I'm too lazy. Anyways, let me just get that Discord link. We have I'll just call it Gokarla. Gokar, the leader of the Orc tribes. Loktarogar. This is some World of Warcraft stuff. I haven't played World of Warcraft in a while. Let me paste the link over on the YouTube chat, so you can just join our Discord server. Join the Discord server and try to message me directly, then I can help you by logging into your account. Hello, welcome. I'm gonna be streaming for another 20 minutes, and then we can probably end the stream, but maybe we can end it off with a bang by doing one last account. It'll be fun if I get Arlecchino. You can do it on your own account. Log in whenever you have free time. If you get Arlecchino, I think that'll be a massive W, because I know you do have Malwika, but there are certain times where Arlecchino, I feel like Arlecchino F2P wise is just a bit more friendly. Because Arlecchino, even people have done clears on Dire or Fearless with White Tassel Alucino, which is like a 3-star weapon. A 3-star leeway weapon, that's the catch. 3-star leeway chess weapon. So it's not the Gacha 3-star, unfortunately. Are we reviewing accounts? No, we're doing Abyss clears today. I've already cleared quite a few accounts, so just trying to clear as much as possible. But account reviews, if I do account reviews, I think I'm going to yap for quite a while. Yeah, let's see. Gokarla has, or Naveen has disappeared. We're still waiting on the entry, which I don't see anything, so. Go for C1 the fair. Oh yeah, you're right. You could. Oh wait, you can't go for C1 the fair because the fair is gone. But yeah, we're not really reviewing accounts. We're just mostly doing Abyss clears. But yeah, I tried for a bit and got 34 stars. I mean, if you want to join, or if you want, actually, if you have a UID, then maybe I can check out your account and see, maybe give you a bit of advice. Because I'm just looking for one more account to help them clear the Abyss. I'm opening the offers. I'm opening the redeems so that we can really close things off. I'm so dumb. Okay, hold on. Let's see, that UID is not appearing there for some reason. Someone cleared Fearless with solo C0R1 Alucino. That requires context on which boss it is. If you say operative, also thanks for follow. If you say operative, then maybe I'll believe you a little bit. But R1 Alucino and PJWS is not that far behind though. I think it's about 10% behind because Jade Spear is like 10, the second best in slot weapon. And then EM wise, I think Scarlet Sands is better than Crimson, which is kind of like, oh, interesting. You only got 34 stars with this account? Operative? Yeah, operative. I gave Jade Spear. No, Jade Spear is decent. I mean, I'm just talking about Alucino because Alucino is on the banner right now. You have a 4-piece Night Sky, Jade Spear 8238. Oh, your ER is so little. Yeah, you could do something about that ER. EM, what? Wait, oh yeah, she does get... Wait, where is your EM roll? Does Flynn's ascend with EM? Where is the EM coming from? 6124. Oh yeah, he does have that base EM, right? M80's weapon... Yeah, M80's weapon Alucino is decent, but if you run her in a burning team, then I guess you get the most out of the benefit. Let me think. I don't need that because I have... No, if you have... I mean, I guess if you have enough ER to burst every rotation, or use 2 bursts every rotation on Flames, I guess it doesn't matter as much. Okay, what's your Inefa on? Also, hi, thanks for the sub. I did not put the YouTube overlay. I should probably put the YouTube overlay, but the chat is a bit misaligned, so I'll fix that next time. That's a... You know, her shield isn't really the strongest this time around. This is almost good, but I mean, this is with an attack circlet. But the attack circlet is not like 40 CV. I feel like you're missing out on quite a bit of a damage if you do it. Like, Prospector is a good option. Like, Prospector is one of the second best option, but I feel like you could go a bit for a crit build. Like, maybe let's say you're using if you use a crit damage circlet, or maybe a crit rate circlet with a decent stat. Because you're going to be missing out, because most of Inefa's damage or her value lies in only 2 things. Her shield is there, but it's not a Zhongli level shield, so it's just kind of nice to have. Most of the damage comes from her triggering Lunar Charge from the passive. So you usually run like double attack with crit. Crit on Gilded is becoming tough. I mean, because you're running Gilded, so apparently people found out, according to my friend, that Silken Moon or SMS on Inefa is not going to be that much of a difference compared to a random 2-piece build on crit, so it doesn't really matter what set she has. I just run her on SMS because I have a very cracked Inefa. But you can go from crit here. EM doesn't matter. EM, your priority is attack. EM is something you get afterwards. Second one is given to Lama. Yeah, I mean, I know, but I'm talking in the context of like a Friends Inefa team, because you have an affair. So you have an affair Lama core, C0R1. So what you can get SMS on Nefer, don't get me wrong. But if you're running a Flint's Inefa team, you're not going to be running Nefer or Lama there. Except for maybe this particular Abyss, or the first boss, but why would I be running Flint's instead of Nefer? Which is weird. SMS, technically in the Flint's team, you can either give it on Aino, but I prefer my Aino on Instructors. I usually give SMS to my Inefa, and then the 4th slot, the 3rd flex support slot is usually Sucrose. You could kind of do SMS Diona too, which isn't actually a bad option. You have all the good units, so they got 34 stars. Tidal Shadow. Alright, a decent Tidal Shadow Maoika. CV wise, we are looking at how many is that? 44.3. 88. Okay, we got 88. Crit damage. I need to do the math for both of those. I think this is a 220 CV build. Okay, let me do the math in my head. 51, 2.2, that becomes 60, 122, 122 plus 122 plus 88.6. We're looking at 210, 122. Wait, no. 122 plus 88. 8210 CV. Yeah, this is a 210 CV Maoika. This is a melt math. Well, this math is not going to be running overload, I'll tell you that. Star Callers, R1. Yeah, okay, see, Lali, the 125 ER is... 125 ER is a little bit questionable. It's useless on the first crab. I'm always running the Fair Llama. Yeah, because you have the teams to get 36 stars, so I'm surprised you only got 34. You also have Skirk, so I assume you have an Escoffier somewhere around here, yeah? Why Inefa use Nahida? Oh, I mean, I need to know the context for that. You have Skirk. This is a C0 R1 Skirk, so I assume you have an Escoffier that we don't see here. No Escoffier. Okay, that could be a bit of a problem. But you have Maoika though. You could run Melt Maoika second half, and I'm pretty sure Coppelius as well as Kongamato wants you. It's a Pyro favorite second half. You could do Math Melt, or you could do Math Mono Pyro. We don't look at Risley because Risley. Splendor with 174 ER, that's not... Okay, the ER is a bit... Oh, C5. Yeah, the ER is a bit questionable. I would say only a few things I can say about your account, unless you want me to log into your account to help you. That's up to you. I can give you the Discord link. Let's see. A crit circlet would be nice for your damage. I can't say much about no Esco Skirk, because all the Skirk accounts that I ran has a Escoffier. SMS, okay. She needs way more ER. As someone who does Stygian and Abyss, unless you're running double cryo for Zarya on Faf, she's not bursting with this energy. I'll tell you that for sure. Nefair, or not comment on Nefair, it's already pretty solid. She is also... Furina, maybe double Hydro with Yelan, if a bit of Faf, this ER can fly, but definitely not in Stygian Onslaught though. First chamber easy, the only tension is the next two chambers. No, actually, I feel like with Nefair, it should be okay. Do you want me to go help you? If you want me to help you, I can leave you a link, and then we can just I can just help you do your clear for you. I'm offering this for free, just mostly for content before I end the stream. I think it's doable, yeah. Genshin move from Circle Impact, but not from ER Impact. ER is too important. Every character's elemental burst has some sort of really stupidly strong impact. Like, it's insane. I mean, it's up to you though. I mean, if you don't want me to, my advice is only going to be on the build side for account review. Maybe I can show, I guess maybe on my account side. Now, this Maoika is EMF. The attack is slow because it's Tidal Shadow, but this is EM. If this, I assume because we said Lala, this is probably a melt math. If you swap this to an attack stance, you probably have an overloaded math. I think your account is way more than enough. Like, even then, you could still... Actually, no, let me think. No, you can't really run Flint's second half without Pyro. Like, first half, you can run the Fair Bloom, the Fair Luna Bloom, and then second half, you could probably run Math Melt or Math Mono Pyro, whatever Maoika team that you have. But a lot of your builds, the ER is extremely questionable. Inefa, I can forgive Inefa because attack circlet on Gilded, so maybe the damage is not really that bad, but 130, 125 ER on Sid Lali, bro. My Sid Lali is running like Trilling Tails. Wait, does Star Caller give a bit of energy? No, it doesn't give energy. If it gives energy, I would be okay, understandable, but it doesn't give energy. I generally don't use Overload Math, yeah, fair. I'm surprised you have enough energy to burst every rotation on Sid Lali though. I only really have something against ER because I've played on a lot of different accounts, and the one common point that makes it hard for them to be able to clear Stygian Onslaught, Abyss, not so much on Theater because Theater the enemies are kind of whatever, is energy recharge. Nobody builds enough energy recharge until I log into their account. It's a bit of an exaggeration because some of their characters are running FAF. If you're on FAF, energy isn't a problem, but you know, it does say a lot. So yeah, no ER impact. That's true. For Splendor, my friend is a C6 R1 Furina gamer. Triple Crown with, I think, top 0.05%? Top 0.1% Furina, so I know what a good Furina is like. And I know the common consensus for Splendor is that it's kind of bad for Furina until you get Constellation 4, or everyone else in your team runs FAF for some reason. Yeah, you definitely... I think, okay, here's what you can do here is like, okay, you want to go crit Sitlali, that's fine. But I think Sitlali's shield doesn't actually... I actually know you're running Star Callers though. So her shield does matter a little bit. You have two options, I feel. You could... Okay, you have 12 ER here. That crit stats. I think if you're trying to run a hybrid EM ADC build, worst case scenario, you just run ER Sans. Then you can get a free 180, so your ER is a little bit more palpable. That's all I can say. 302 ER Bennett, bro. Anyone who has a Bennett more than 260 ER is a Bennett that I approve. But usually, a lot of characters really want 200 ER, and for Stygian, you want to add like, I would say 20 to 30 more ER depending on which character and the team that you use. Furina, I think is a bit of a problem. Think about it, right? I have done Stygian clears with a lot of different teams, and even my Furina with 194 energy recharge on Favonius still struggles to get enough energy to burst. Unless I pair it up to get a Nuvilette. If I pair with Nuvilette, then her energy isn't a problem, but this is with Splendor, so it's good ER, but I think you can get away with... Actually, we already have quite a good bit of ER, but I guess it's not enough. I understand the pain because you're trying to balance like crit with ER and HP %, which is not easy to do, especially when it comes to Furina. Pipe, no, you can get away with it because you have a lot of crit damage stats. I think what you can afford to do is go for more ER stats. If you can try to trade a bit of crit damage, still maintain the crit rate stats, but go a bit more for ER, like let's say this piece has 10 crit rate, but maybe instead of crit damage or HP %, you can go for like maybe 2 ER rolls here and a few ER rolls here. If you want to run Splendor, I think 200 ER is the threshold that I would give. 220 ER Xingqiu, yeah, 220 ER Xingqiu is good. Path, of course. Sacrificial prefers 200. 240 Bennett solid. But yeah, I think that's all the account review all the tips that I can really give. Oh, did you join? Who's the one that joined? Someone joined the server. Someone with a Beidou username. What can I say but based? Problem is I get into more ER, I do lose HP or crit damage. Yeah, I know. No, the thing is, I think you can afford to lose a bit of crit damage. Because I know a lot of people get fixated on running Furina as a DPS, and yes, her elemental skill does do a good amount of DPS, but my stand on Furina is like this. Furina, first and foremost, will be a support until you have enough ER to burst every rotation. Once you take care of the ER requirements in whatever teams that you run, Stygian or not Stygian, then you can care about building her for more DPS, which you can prioritize. I think pitching mains probably prioritize like ER over crit over HP %. Or like maybe HP % is a bit similar, but HP % provides a damage bonus for the skill, not so much on the burst, so crit is a bit more important for her personal damage. Because DPS Furina only really matters once you get like Constellation, like especially C6 because you get the free 6 infused normal attacks, and her skill just does a quintillion amount of damage. So I would say, yeah, you can afford to lose crit damage stats. You can try to farm for a bit of ER. Because let's be real, 88 crit damage is a lot of crit damage. Like I can put this on a character with no crit damage stats, and they would already start with like 138 crit damage, which is already like, wow, did you have artifacts? C0, yeah, speak of the devil. There you go, Remorin. The C6 Furina top 0.6% Furina owner. Like, okay, maybe not 0.6, I think it's 0.01. It's either 0.1 or 0.00 like 1. Basically like, top 100 would be an understatement to say that how good his Furina is in the C6 category. Double Hydro is enough. I'm just saying... Okay, if you run Skirk with the Furina team, then I guess you could technically run Xingqiu to accommodate for this. But that's also the same argument for everything else. It's like saying Xiangling has enough ER, or Xiangling can get away with enough ER if I run her together with Raiden, and Raiden with Favonius, and say Bennett. That, to me, is like a statement that most people used to say, I can afford to run less ER, which is not wrong. But then when you go into Stygian, you're gonna get slapped hard. You get into Stygian and the game is like, hey, did you build ER? Oh, you didn't have ER? Did you have Favonius? Oh, you don't have Favonius? Nah, man. 0.055% at the C6 130 ER Splendor category. Yeah. Furina doesn't even bother to build 4-piece Tenacity with 250 ER, she just pokes in this meta. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you do have a Tenacity build with 250 ER. So that means you're telling me that you have a good ER role on your Furina? Okay, you know what? How about this? I'll log into the account. Wait, where's my account? There it is. I'll log into my account and then maybe I can try to clear my Abyss, which I already did, with whatever teams that you have. Because I'm pretty sure I likely have already cleared. Actually, minus Nefair and Loma because I don't have Nefair and Loma. Discuss with you later on Discord. Oh, you can discuss with all of us in the thing. But I think you do need to share what teams that you run. Minus the Nefair stuff. I can show you Flints. Flints I've already cleared just now with like Flint's Hyper Bloom. But the second half Math Melt, I don't think it's impossible. I feel like I can do a Math Melt team. I don't remember the exact Math Melt combo though. No, I think they're already in the Discord. I saw someone join just now. Who am I missing? Nefair, Loma, Furina, Inefa for the first team. Is Inefa? Well, I guess technically you can gain a weaker one. Unfortunately, I can't test Loma. I can't test Loma because I don't have Loma. The closest thing to that is Nilo Bloom, but why would I run Nilo Bloom? Yeah, that would be weird if I run Nilo Bloom. YouTube doesn't want me to upload the link. I mean, it's fine. It's on Twitch, right? So it's fine. I did the biggest mistake. I pulled Nefair instead of C1 for it. Now, why did you pull Nefair? You have Loma, right? I mean, I guess you have Loma. It's okay. But yeah, you don't get much value in Nefair. Nefair is the very opposite of flexible. And technically, you could say like pull for signature Nefair or C1 Nefair to make her less reliable. Make her rely less on Loma, but I feel like Flint's R1 Flint's or C1 Flint's feels way nicer than Nefair. I honestly feel like Nefair is probably one of the more, and she's anti-flexible. And people could say that you can run her in other teams, but a lot of those non-Loma teams doesn't focus on her personal damage. You can run the F2P version, but you will struggle to some extent. I mean, yeah, you can get Loma to make it better, but I feel like we need to wait for Columbina. Maybe Columbina will make Nefair better, but at the same time, you could also say that with the release of Columbina with consistent off-field Hydro, that also means Flints will be better. If Columbina has a base kit Luna reaction buff, you can say, oh wow, Nefair's actually good now. Yeah, but what about Flints? It's like what Omni said. Hold up, we need Nefair and guys, we need a what was that meme? It's like, hold on guys, we gotta bring Loma and signature on Nefair. This is Flints, C0 Flints and Inefa we're going against. Any Notcry is bad with that respect support. I mean, it is, yeah. It is unfortunate, but it do be like that. Although I have tried some people's Flints with C0 R1, it doesn't feel as bad. I think Nefair does have other non-Loma, non-Notcry options, but I think it's a Jeff that mentioned it. Yeah, the Jeff and 7 mentioned it. Basically, the problem isn't that Notcry DPS is dependent on the support. The problem is we don't have any alternative for Ino. Because if you don't have Flints, let's say Flints in Inefa, right? Say this is Flints in Inefa core. So if you don't have Inefa, that means you have to rely on Ino. Because without Ino, Flints' second follow-up Luna Charge Strike from his burst just doesn't do anything. No, it doesn't even exist. So you still need 2 Notcries at minimum in order to maximize the DPS damage. The same can be said for Nefair. Nefair doesn't get the special charge attack and the lock bloom seeds unless you get 2 Notcries. So the problem isn't the fact that, not just the fact that the DPS are reliant on their respective supports, it's the fact that we don't have any better free-to-play alternatives aside from Ino. So if we do get Columbina, very likely I will say that Columbina is going to somewhat curb the issue where the Notcry DPS is going to be less reliant on their supports. Like maybe make it so that, if you don't have Inefa, you just pull for Columbina. And Columbina's a bit more flexible because you can just pair together with any of the other Notcry supports. Although I don't see how that's any different than just getting the other support, which is weird. It's still going to end up being a 2-cost team, so I don't know. But there is Jehoda though. I don't know what Jehoda, maybe we could run like, I think Jehoda is considered Notcry, right? Correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't look at the leaks for quite a while. So maybe the new Flint's core will be something like, let's say you don't use Aino, right? Let's say you want to use like a character that has real Hydro application like Xingqiu. So you could do like Xingqiu and then Jehoda, right? Let's say Sucrose is Jehoda. And then for the sustain too. And then maybe you add either Sara or Official. Like either Yansan for the attack buff, which is a bit whatever. Sara for C6 buff. Or I guess give or take 10 seconds, which is okay. Or Official for a bit of damage. Maybe Jehoda will make Not Cry teams, especially for Flints, feel a bit better without Not Cry. Is any upcoming healer artifact set for Columbina? I have not seen leaks in forever, so I have no idea. I can't answer that. Jehoda is considered weaker for Flint's team, really? Yeah, like I said, I haven't seen the all the leak stuff. I haven't seen or watched any of the new Theory Crafter videos, so I don't know what's going on. Speculated to convert many reactions directly to Luna reactions. Interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. But I feel like in order for Columbina to be worth something, I think she needs to have off-field Hydro. If Columbina is just another Dahlia with a passive that just exists like Nilo, I don't think she'll be as good as people think. If she doesn't have off-field Hydro to replace Aino, then that's a scam. But I think they won't do that. I have some amount of trust in Hoyo's design team to know that, hey, we need 5-star Aino. Then okay, let's put on Columbina. Sucrose can't be Power Crab. Sucrose cannot be Power Crab. Remember when Kazuha came out and everyone was like, oh wow, Kazuha. Kazuha is just better Sucrose. And then people did the math and it turns out that C0 Kazuha is equivalent to C6 Sucrose. And then now we're reaching a meta where damage bonus doesn't matter, so now Kazuha is just kicked out of the meta again. That's hilarious though. It's freaking hilarious. Let's see. It is 6 p.m. I think I'll just continue all this stuff off stream. Although I think I'm going to be a bit busy next week, but at the very least, I don't think I have anything going on next weekend, so likely I'll try to get the Abyss Guide out by then. I'll probably watch a bunch of videos to get all the different teams and ideas we can use, but I think we have a very good idea of what we can run. Like let's say here, you just have to run, you can run Flints with a random Dendro unit, preferably someone to trigger the buff. Hera, either Luna Reaction or Crescent Pike Zhongli with whatever, but you still have to pass the Rock Crab. Without Bloom, you're screwed. Wilderness Exile, unless you have super high DPS team, but you only deal with 1 hunter instead of 2, so it's a bit more forgiving. Second half is Pyrocentric, but you can get away with that. Alright, Kurumi. Let's see. New artifact sets, version 6.3, questionable. Set 1, 2-piece bonus. If the wearer is not Cry, all damage dealt is increased by 15%. 4-piece effect. If there's at least 1 not Cry characters in the party, the crit rate for the user is increased by 15%. If 2 or more... Wait, this is not Cry? No, this is a Hexen Circle. Arcane in, I think Chinese, I don't know the exact word. Arcane in Chinese is similar to Witch or Hexen Circle. So yeah. Okay, should I show it? No, I'm not going to show it on stream. But, oh, you guys don't even see my game amount. I just realized that. Okay. If there's at least 1 Arcane Hex user in the party, the user's crit rate increases by 15%. If there's 2 or more, 2 or more. This is Hexen Circle. This is not Cry. They gain 40 crit damage. Non-Hex users gain 30 crit damage. This is Durin. This is a Durin set. Okay, the other set bonus, set 2. Increase healing bonus by 15%. 4-piece bonus. If the wielder heals any character, the healed character gains a crit damage bonus equal to a portion of the wearer's crit rate. Okay, that sounds a bit too strong. Up to a maximum of 80%. Oh, this is Hexen Circle. This is not Columbina set. This is a Hexen Circle set. Post it on Discord. Kurumi, did you share it there? Or I can share it there otherwise. Oh, there's a bunch of other people joining the Discord. Interesting. Yeah, let me see if I can forward this to our own Discord. Genshin. Let me post it there. Yeah, you guys can read it. Kurumi DM this, so I'll just share it over there. As for the stream, I think it's already 6 p.m. I need to go work out and do a bunch of chores for a Sunday because it's Sunday. So anyways, I think that's it for this time around. Next week, we'll probably do more Abyss clears and I'll try to get the Abyss video out. Hopefully I can get it out by next Sunday. I think that's the standard schedule. But other than that, that's it for now. Hope y'all have a great time and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.